Welcome everyone. Hello. This is our session 0. Say hi to the party. I guess the party should say hello to everybody else.
Hello.
Hello.
There you go.
Hello.
So, hi. I'm Mo. I am one of the DMs of this group of people, and the other DM who's working with me is Nikita, who is happily waving, or will be. There you go. Winning. Today we're going to set up our characters for the new campaign. Now the players don't know what the campaign or the world that we have created for them is. And we're not revealing any of it because it is a mystery that is to be unraveled at their own kind of pace, as it were. But, that being said, it's going to be a lot of fun. There's a lot of stuff for them to do. However, before they can do any of that, they need to make characters. And so we decided we'll do it all together live. And for those of you who have never played D&D before and are interested in how to get started, this is actually a perfect session to watch because you'll gain an understanding of how to create a character. And what we'll do is we'll set everybody off to start thinking about what they want to do, but we'll take each person one by one and kind of talk about what they want to do, how to roll for their stats, and how to apply those ability scores and HP and all the rest of the stuff. So let's begin by introducing everyone. Now I'm just going to go from my screen on the top left, which is Kesa. So let's start. Just hello.
Hi.
Hi.
I don't know how to talk about myself. Hi, I'm Kaser Pants.
That you are. That's fine. And next, then from Kesa, then on the right, I've got CG.
Hello. I'm Casually Geeking, or CG. I'm not an alcoholic.
See, well, I mean,
great intro.
He doesn't do himself justice. CG is also a D&D veteran and a DM in his own right, and very, very excited to have him join our campaign for the days that he can make it. We will be playing every Saturday, and I know that he also runs his own group on a Saturday, so sometimes he'll be here and sometimes he'll mysteriously disappear and nobody will know why. But when he's here, it's going to be awesome. Next, we have Dirk.
Hi, I'm Dirk. Yeah, I'm also not an alcoholic.
Sometimes.
Most of the time.
Most of the time. Just a functional. No, you're a functional alcoholic, right? Right?
Yeah.
And then after Dirk, we have Nikita.
Hi, this is T. Yeah, I'll be helping. No alcohol, no. I'll be helping Mo setting up the campaign and helping with questions and mostly trying to follow the rules.
Well, she's going to she's going to be my rule lawyer because I often just neglect rules and I'm like, yeah, sure, you can do that. But then that she's turns around and is like, actually, you can't do that.
We did decide, like, if it benefits the party and the story, that we're flexible.
Yeah, this is the other reason why I want a homebrew. We were doing the same group of people, almost the same group of people, doing Adventurers League before this. And Adventurers League is very inflexible when it comes to like rules. You have to follow the guidebook, to the letter. There's not really any space for coming up with your own stuff. And I think that's great if you're starting out and you need to understand the rules, but this party is now far beyond that. They're all professional D&D players now, so we can put some homebrew shit in their face. They'll be fine. So the bottom left, we have Shasta.
I'm Shasta, and this is not tea or alcohol.
But what is it?
Oh, it's Thanksgiving
Thanksgiving
dinner.
leftovers.
It's leftovers. Sorry, I didn't think you'd be interested.
And finally, on the bottom right, we have Biscuit Tin or Tan or Tin Tans, whichever name you're going
names.
by. I don't know.
I'm one of those names.
I'm one or all of those names.
I'm also not an alcoholic. And this is Kiwi. She's come to play D&D with me.
Hi, Kiwi.
She's your chaos
She always
cat.
comes. Always. She likes to press the space bar on the keyboard a lot.
Yeah, she does. This is true. And Tan is actually joining our party, is one of the new people who hasn't played in this group before. But I have played D&D with Tan over the years and also been a DM for Tan previously, and that was a lot of fun. So I'm excited because I like the way her mind works. So it's gonna be it's gonna be fun to see how this all works out. Your hair is very appreciated, Shasta.
My hair.
PA in chat is a big fan of your hair.
Thanks.
Curl gang.
I'm a big fan of your hair.
Right. Okay. So there are a few. I'll go over these now. So there are a couple more people as well in the party who will be joining. Today we have Kim. Hey, Min. Today we have Kim, who's going to be joining us in just a bit, I think. And then we also have Ziff, who isn't going to be here for a few weeks because he is very, very busy. But after Christmas, I think he'll be joining us. And so I'll do a character creation with Ziff separately, and then Ziff will join in the party and into the campaign in the world. So before we kick off, I will state a couple of the homebrew rules because they will actually apply, or may actually apply right now to character creation as well. So there's a couple of rules that I play by, that I've always played by, and that I kind of enjoy. Number one is in battle. So you guys can remember this, and I will come back to it. I know we're not battling today, but it makes sense to lay out the homebrew rules from now. In battle, I play height advantage and disadvantage. Meaning, if you're attacking an enemy from above, let's say you're an archer or doing a ranged attack, if you're attacking from higher up, you get advantage on your attack. If you're attacking from below upwards, it's a disadvantage on the attack.
Is that going to be a little bit OP for a character that flies?
That's just how it is. If you're a rogue and you can fly, then you'll have advantage on attacks, which means that you could potentially get your stealth attack in every time, the special attack, the additional attack, which is really awesome. The other rule, the other rule I play by is that any time you have to roll for health, if it's a healing spell, if it's rolling for health when you level up, if it's taking a potion, if you roll a 1, you're allowed to re-roll one more time. So that's another rule I like to play by, because I hate for people to roll once when they heal, and it's very depressing. So if you roll 2 1s, then I mean there's nothing I can do for you. But on the first one, you get to roll again. Hey Ziff, look, Ziff is here. That's great. I super want NPC ones if you need people to play NPCs. PA, I was actually talking to Kita about this before. I said there will be people who will want to come in and be an NPC sometimes, and I have NPCs for people to play. I have interesting NPCs, ones that can have recurring roles, which will be, fun. So, how we need to begin is we need to get these guys all thinking about what kind of characters they want to make. Now, 2 of them have already thought and pretty much created some of their, or all of their characters. CG has, Min says hi, CG, by the way. CG's already created a character fully. And so now it's great to just have CG here for conversation. We were having a very interesting conversation before we went live about what if you're a half orc and a half orc and all these other random half combinations that you could have. What would that make you? But we'll have those conversations, in the background. Biscuit Tin or Tan has made part of her character. She's created the backstory and the type of character, but we haven't done any of the ability rolls or anything like that yet. But we know that Kesa has to leave sooner, so we're going to start by creating Kesa's character, and we're going to do this together. Now, for those of you who are in the chat and are interested in how we're going to run this through, there's a list, I'm posting a link right now, of all the different races available in D&D that we will be selecting from. So you've got the standard races that everybody or most people know about, things like the elf, the half elf, the half orc, the human, the halfling, and all of those things, right? The dwarf. But then there's a load of like other D&D books that have tons of other types of characters, of races, and so these guys are pretty much open to choose from almost all of those. Not the legacy ones, because they've been overwritten by newer ones, which are great. But yeah, otherwise they're free to choose. So as the other guys are thinking about what they might want to be, looking at that list, we will focus on Kesa and find out what she wants to be, and if she's had any thoughts. So Kesa,
I have. I'm pretty sure I want to be a halfling rogue.
Oh, my favorite combination of all time. That's my old character that I started from level 1, and I played it would have been 5 years ago now, in a campaign, was a halfling rogue named Finbin Goodweed, and he was an absolute legend. And somehow people were always like, how is he always alive? Like, how is he not dead fighting all these people? I'm just like, hiding.
He's a badass.
It's just hiding. Just come out, sneak attack, hide away again. Love a good sneak attack. Okay, a halfling rogue. That's interesting. So with a halfling, you get luck. Okay. So if you roll a 1 on any check, you get to re-roll, which is amazing. So a critical fail can very quickly turn into a critical success just because you're lucky being a halfling. And obviously with rogues, you have the sneak attack ability, which kicks in. Well, so the other thing I should really mention, all of our characters are going to be created at level 4. So we'll create them at level 1 and level them up to 4. Because when we start this new campaign, we will start at level 4. So at level 4 already, as a rogue, you will have the sneak attack, which will have multiple d6s that you can roll. So if you're attacking an enemy and you meet the requirements of a sneak attack, you get to roll an additional bunch of d6s for damage if you hit. So a rogue can go in like with a knife and can end up doing, 30, 35 points of damage from a sneak attack. So nice. It's pretty amazing. So yeah, I do love a halfling rogue. I think they're very, very level 1. They're like, funny, but by level 4 and level 5, they are dangerous. So it's great. Have you thought of a name for your halfling rogue? Oh my goodness! All right, let's see.
Callie Swift Whistle.
Oh, I'm gonna write this down. That's a good name.
And that's what I said earlier. Callie is a halfling name, and I found it on a name generator. Callie.
Callie. Swift.
Swift and then whistle, all one word.
Whistle. Nice. Okay, Callie Swift Whistle, rogue, halfling. Right. Do you have that empty character sheet that I sent you in front of you?
I do.
Cool.
Yes.
So have you started filling out some of the details on that character sheet?
Yeah, I did the name, I did the race, I did the class.
Yeah.
I just put Rogue 4 because that's
because you're going to be a level 4, right? That's where we're going to get you to.
Okay. And then I put my player name as my Caser Pants.
Cool. And did you?
And that's it.
Yeah, that's fine. And did you have any backstory that you are already thinking about? Do you interact with any of these other players that you see before you?
I haven't really thought about it much.
Okay.
Yeah. I just figured I'd be like a sort of thief, but not really. Like a karmic thief. Like a if you do bad, I'll steal from you.
Yeah, I mean that's absolutely fair enough. Okay, that's cool. So we'll come back to the backstory, but what we can do is start working out all of your different scores, right? Because that's going to be the first thing, and then we'll decide where to put those scores. So do you have dice with you at the moment? Okay, perfect.
20?
Well, we're going to need to roll. We're going to need to roll a few times to work out exactly what it is that you're going to get. So if I remember correctly, we have to roll 4. Oh no, hold on. So again, to generate your character's 6 ability scores randomly, roll 4 6-sided dice to begin with, and then you have to record the total of the highest 3 dice on a piece of paper. Okay. And then we do this multiple times.
I feel stupid. I can't find my 6 dice.
It's like the one that looks like a normal dice.
I knew that. I feel like I'm in a school test right now. Like, yeah. I'm nervous, man.
Don't be. But the rest of you can also start doing this as well. So if you want to also start rolling for your ability scores, you can actually do it at the same time, because it won't make any difference if you haven't decided your class or race, but you can start noting down the numbers for your ability scores. So get a 6-sided dice. You need 4 of them. If you only have 1, roll it 4 times. And what you want to do is just record the 3 highest numbers on a piece of paper. And once you've done that, let me know.
And how many times do we have to do that?
So you're going to do that. So you roll 4 6-sided dice, record 3 numbers, and do that 5 more times. So that overall
5 more, so 6 times in total.
Yeah. So you should have then 6 numbers.
I fell. So my first 4 rolls, I got a 6, 6, and a 3 for my highest numbers.
Okay.
Okay. So then do it 5 more times, you said?
Yeah, so that's 6, 6, 3. Okay. You add them all together.
Oh.
Right?
So 15?
Yeah, so that's one of your scores.
Okay.
Right? So now you do it again. And then so you have to do that in a total of 6 times, and you'll get your 6 ability scores. So 15 is very good.
Very good.
I just got 5.
Hey, Mordy. Yeah, Mordy, you're going to have to change your name. Which you can do, I believe, in chat. You can just change your name to Mordy.
As a filling thing, we're not doing evil alignments, right? Or are we?
We can do any alignment you like.
Oh.
Because it's, again, not Adventures League. In Adventures League, again, another problem with Adventures League is you can only align your characters to be neutral or good. But
I can't play evil, so I'm not doing evil.
Yeah. We're homebrewing. We can do anything. So let's get these numbers. I'll read on to get to the next part. All right, because
6,
now
6,
we
and
want.
1.
Now I want. Do you want? Sorry, what?
6, 6, and 1.
6, 6, and 1.
Oh wow!
Is any one of you going to be a bard? PA wants to know if anybody's going to be a bard.
Thinking about bard, but I don't know what a bard really entails.
Oh, skeleton.
That's all I can think of. It's the only reason I'm thinking about it.
My favorite character in the world. I love Scadlin.
I feel like you're gonna, if I choose bard, you're gonna make me sing.
Oh, I am absolutely going to make you sing. But you are a great singer.
Yeah, I'm not saying it's out of the question.
No, I know it will definitely happen.
You're a great singer.
And it's not only a great singer, it just makes up songs on the spot. So that's even it's even better for a bard. That's what I want.
Sounds like you definitely have to be a bard.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
How about I vote and see, does everyone else agree that we all decide Shasta's class and it's bard?
Yeah. I agree.
I mean, I like not deciding.
Unanimous decision.
Do something that's new to you.
Ziv says that he might be
yeah, he might be Bill. Well, the thing is, again, with 7 of you players, you know, there's likely to be 2 people of the same class, and that's totally fine. It doesn't matter.
And I have a I haven't chosen, so if somebody else would rather be a bard, I am okay with that.
And
So
if
I
you're
have
not-
all my numbers, by the way. Sorry.
if
Cool.
you're
All
not
right. What are
particularly
you?
happy
What?
with your class? Just
You're
get
not
eaten by a
happy?
frog and change class.
Or die.
Or die. We are starting at level 4 automatically, so I mean, if you die, you die.
Yeah. Right. So, what are your scores?
I got 15, 16, 11, 14, 13, and 14.
Those are
That's
some
good.
amazing
Yeah.
rolls.
Come
Mine are
on.
all
Yeah,
lower.
Yeah.
I had a lot of-
So, sorry. Say again. 15, 16.
11,
Yeah.
14,
Yeah.
13,
Yeah.
and 14.
Nice. Okay. So,
1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
we're now going to have to assign those to all the different
6.
abilities on the
Things.
character sheet. So, strength, dexterity, constitution, intelligence, wisdom, and charisma.
Heck.
Now, these are the things that you have to think about your character and what. So you'll get some stuff innately, right? Which is good. So,
Right.
for example, a halfling, you'll automatically get a dexterity score increases by 2. So if
Okay.
you imagine everything starts off at like 10, right? A score of 10, or basically a modifier of 0, you automatically get an increase of +2. So that 10 becomes a 12
Okay.
if you are a halfling for dexterity. That just happens. So when you
Oh.
add your additional... Yes, Kita?
Like, is she a stout halfling or a lightfoot halfling?
Yes, well, that's what we'll have to get to as well. Isn't that on all of
Because
them?
no, because for lightfoot you get +2 on dex, but you also get +1 on charisma.
Oh.
I think
I
it's
think I
worth knowing
read
the
that.
main stat for your class as well, which you can find easily
Mhm.
on Google. So for a rogue, Dex is
Dex
your
is your
stat.
main thing. So, yeah.
Okay.
So Lightfoot, you're right. Lightfoot gets the charisma score increased by 1. All halflings get the dexterity by 2.
Okay. And
Um,
then I see if it's a stout, constitution increases by 1.
yes, and then if it's the Lotus Den, it's wisdom by 1.
It's the lowest.
So you get all of that. So then, yes. So the next thing to consider after you decide which subrace of halfling you're going to be,
Mm-hmm.
which, if you're going to be a rogue, makes most sense to go. Well, actually,
I was
With
thinking
charisma.
Lotus.
probably Lightfoot because you're naturally stealthy.
Oh, yeah.
So that's the other thing. So a Lightfoot, because you're naturally stealthy, you can attempt to hide even if you're obscured by a creature that is slightly bigger than you. As long as it's one
Okay.
size bigger than you can still attempt to hide.
And because of the +1 charisma, you also are better at deception and I think like anything, persuasion.
Yeah, persuasion
Yeah.
and all of that stuff. Yeah.
Okay, that
And-
works, yeah.
and-
Lightfoot is fine.
So, right. So with the Lightfoot, then note that you get the charisma score increased by 1. Can I just check with my rule checkers? It is the big number that increases by 1. So if it was a 10, it becomes 11. It's not a +1, is it? Because that would have to be a 12 to be a +1, right? Because you have to up the ability score by 2 to get a +1 or +2 or whatever. Okay, good. So then what we were saying, as a rogue, what you're going to be mostly interested in is dexterity, because that is your most important skill. So the highest score you have, you want to put that into dexterity.
Okay, so the 16 I have?
Yeah, that 16, we'll want to go there. Now that 16, because you're a halfling, that 16 automatically becomes 18. Because
18.
it automatically increases by 2 anyway. So you're already going to get
Okay.
a higher dexterity, which
So
is
do I put
amazing.
18 in the box then?
Yeah, you can put 18.
And
I'm
then-
just going to check if there's anything else that we get with a rogue, because we've also got other stuff that we need to consider.
And then what's the small circular box underneath of it?
So that is what the +1, you know, when you roll the d20 and it's like d20 plus 4,
Yeah.
that's what that relates to. So every 2 points up in ability score you go, it's another +1. So if you've gone up from, if you consider the base is 10, so if 10 is the standard, and that's a +0. So if you 10 is nothing, right? So if you go to 12, it's +1. If you go to 14, it's +2, 16 +3. So an 18 would be a +4 in dexterity. So already now, if you have to do any dexterity roll, you roll a d20, you get a +4 automatically on top of that, right? So that's kind of like where you want to be at for your most important ability, which again for a rogue is dexterity. You want to make sure that that's top level, because that's going to determine everything. So the other things for a rogue, it will tell you, because it's our class, it will tell you what the hit points are going to be, so we can worry about that in a bit. Let's get the abilities out of the way first. Your proficiencies, so you're proficient with light armor. So if you're going to get any kind of armor, you want to make sure it's going to be light armor. Simple weapons, crossbows, long swords, rapiers, and short swords, but not things like battle axes, maces, and all of that stuff. Thieves' tools, you are proficient with thieves' tools. If you have to pick a lock, if you have to do that kind of stuff, you're good. Your saving throws are dexterity and intelligence, so it's important to note that too. We can worry about what equipment you start off with later on. And you also get your sneak attack. You get a bunch of other things, but right now I'm just trying to check if there's anything with your ability score. When you reach level 4, which you have, you can increase your ability score by 2, or you can increase 2 ability scores by 1, or we take a feat. Is that right? Yeah.
Take feat, but this is the first ability score improvement chance that you get. I would immediately go for a 20. In this case, your dex.
So what we're saying,
if I was you,
yeah. So what we're saying, Kesa, is because we're leveling up our character to level 4.
Right.
When you get to level 4, you're allowed to then increase your ability score. Right? You can choose to increase any ability score by 2.
Okay.
Or you can change 2 ability scores by 1 each. Or you can take a feat. And the feat has, like, there's a whole bunch of lists of feats of things that you can take that can improve other things. But as Keita says, in the very beginning, the first time you get the chance to improve your ability score, it's recommended that you probably do that. Because at the moment, if you think your dexterity is already 18, you can make that 20. Which effectively is going to be a +5 for you on any roll. So that's, you know, you don't even have to roll high. Yeah, it's also the max. So you don't even have to roll high to be able to like do well. You know, even if you rolled an 8 and you got a +5 on it, you can pretty much pick most locks and things like that. So, you know, that's what we would recommend. But we'll get to that. We'll start you at level 1 and then we'll pull our way up. Otherwise, it's going to get quite confusing.
I trust the pro D&D players.
I mean, yeah. Look at them; they're there. They know what they're talking about. So, with regards to all of this, you can now, I guess, choose the type of rogue you want to be. So you set. So well, firstly we've done 1 ability score. Now we need to choose the other ability scores. For a rogue, I said the other saving throw you have is intelligence, but also constitution is quite important, because anytime you're going to roll for health, you're going to need your constitution modifier. So when you level up and you're going to increase what your hit points are, your constitution modifier is going to play a vital role in how much extra hit points you get. So if you have a low constitution modifier, you're not going to get many more hit points. And the thing is, as a halfling rogue, you're not going to have as much as other people have. So
you're saying my second highest number should go in there?
I would put one of the higher ones to constitution. Keita says no, she'd probably go intelligence.
No, charisma.
Charisma. Oh, because you get the +1 on charisma already. Oh, yeah, because if you want to deceive people.
It's usually the rogue you send forward to do all the dodgy talking.
Yeah, but also because they're hidden and they're not a tank, they don't need that much HP.
It's true. If you're not getting hit, it doesn't matter.
That's
Don't
true.
get hit.
Also, let's
Don't
not
get-
forget how incredible those rolls were. So
Yeah, you are
that's
doing
that's the
amazing.
other thing. All the other rolls are really high, so you actually have nothing where you have a disadvantage on anything. So you're actually okay. So yeah, we put that 15 you have in charisma, and you
Yeah.
already get another one in charisma automatically because of your Lightfoot halfling. So your charisma automatically becomes 16, which
So
is a plus
16?
3.
So put
That's right. Yeah.
so put
Yeah.
16 in charisma then.
Yeah. And then in the
Okay.
circle underneath it, plus 3.
Plus 3. Okay.
So it's a quick reference, so you know it's like, oh, that's plus 3.
Right. And then what was the dexterity? Plus 2, right? Or
+4.
Plus 4.
Plus
For now,
4.
we're going to change that to plus 5 in a
Okay.
minute when we get there. But yeah, it's plus 4 right now.
are you writing this with an actual piece of paper or digitally?
It's a digital PDF that you can edit.
Okay, great.
Yeah. Yeah. That I
Okay,
linked.
so that was my second highest for charisma, which my second highest was 15, and then you told me to change it to 16.
Yeah, because you
Okay.
get a plus 1. So your other two rolls, the next two highest rolls are both 14s.
14, right?
I
was thinking wisdom.
Clever.
Wisdom. And what?
Clever. Yeah.
Yeah.
Rogue is
Wisdom
more
for what?
streetwise than
Hmm.
bookwise.
Yeah. Definitely.
Another good thing to look at are the skills next to those skills. So there'll be a list of things like survival, etc., etc., and in brackets they'll have whiz, which means wisdom.
Wisdom.
So if there's anything in there that you're particularly keen on being good at, you
Mhm.
want to put your points into that thing's actual stat.
And I think wisdom makes a lot of sense for a rogue because it means that your perception will be higher. So when you're looking for trap doors, when you're looking for secret entrances, when you're looking for all that kind of stuff, you want to be the one who has a higher perception. You want to be able to see those things and find those traps so you can disarm them and stuff, because that's going to be your job effectively
Right.
as a rogue, disarming
Gotcha.
traps and making sure no one gets killed in the process.
It's a trap.
Exactly.
So 14 into wisdom?
I would say so. There isn't anything that gives any extra, is there, for wisdom? I'm just checking on the rogue class and I'm checking on the halfling race, but I don't think there's anything that gives an extra wisdom, is there?
Now for traps, would strength go with that too, or no?
What, as in
No.
as in
No.
looking for traps or disarming traps or anything like that?
Disarming traps
No.
versus strength. Okay, they don't go hand in hand. Okay.
No.
Because I was thinking about doing my lowest in the strength, because if I'm a rogue, I don't really
Yeah.
need to be strong.
I would agree
Perfect.
with that.
Yep.
I would
Okay.
definitely put the lowest in strength, because you're never going to be the person who is, having to break doors or, grapple somebody, and that's not going to be your job. Your job is going to be out of sight, hiding in a tree with a crossbow.
Sneaky.
Yeah.
And then my intelligence, I was gonna also put the other 14.
The other 14.
The
You
other 14. Yeah, she
rolled so high.
got 2 14s, man. Yeah, because we've combated dexterity, wisdom,
Suspicion?
charisma. So yeah, but the other score is a 13. So it'll either be a constitution or it will be intelligence. So hold on a second. There was something for intelligence. What was that? Or where was that?
The saving roll?
Oh, it was the saving roll. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Proficiency.
Look at me
Yeah.
being Jack.
I mean, generally speaking, most classes I think use intelligence as a bit of a dump stat.
Yeah.
Just drop your lowest thing in it.
Except wizard, or yeah.
Yeah, because the thing is, intelligence isn't going to really serve you well for you. You've got the wisdom, which is your it's like your street smarts, and intelligence is more like, I've read so many books that I know all these things about the world. We're just like, well, you know,
I know what this lock is called.
Yeah, right.
Gotcha. Okay.
As opposed to, I could disarm this lock. I've seen this one before. I don't care what it's called. So I would
then do my 13 into intelligence.
Yeah, and I would put the 14 into the Constitution personally.
Okay. Is strength gonna help me at all? Because I could do strength as 13 and then intelligence as 11. No.
I don't know. I mean, to be honest, yeah, but that 11 is just a +0. So if you had to do a strength check, you don't do anything. The only time realistically a strength check would ever help you is if you were grappled by an enemy, or if like an enemy like put vines and then you were trapped and you needed to get out of it. But the whole idea is that you will be hidden. You're not going to be seen. You want to be completely out of sight, because when you do your attacks, they need to be sneaky. People can't know where you are, because that is your advantage, is that when you are sneaky, when you can do a sneak attack, you get all these extra d6s you can roll for damage. You don't get that if they know exactly where you are and, you know, that you're attacking. So you kind of want to be hidden away.
Okay. All right, so then I'll do the other 14 in a Constitution then.
Yeah, so then that becomes a Constitution, becomes a +2.
Okay.
The Strength is a +0. And the other ones that you had a 14 in are also +2. And the one that you had a 15 in is also a +2. But we turned that 15 to a 16 anyway, so that becomes +3. So don't worry about it.
That's charisma.
Yeah, that was a charisma.
So what do you want me to put in? Okay. What do you want me to put in Constitution? 14 and do a +2?
Yeah.
Or okay. And then Wisdom also +2?
That's also a 14, isn't it? What did you put in the Wisdom? 14 as well.
14, yeah.
Yeah, that's also a +2.
+2. And then what was Intelligence? Nothing?
13?
13. It's a
13.
It's a
Plus
+1.
+1, okay. And then you said Strength was nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's an 11, so it's a plus nothing.
Okay.
Do
you want me to share my screen on Discord so you can see?
You can do, yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Then everyone will be able to see what's going on.
If I'm doing this correctly or not. There you go.
I can't see it because
It's on Discord.
Yeah.
Oh.
No, it's fine. It's fine. I just have to, because I have to show non-video participants, which includes me. But I will just put it there now so everyone can see. Nice. Okay. So yeah, I see the scores. Yeah, +0, +4, +2, +1, +2, +3. So then we will do your HP. So the way that works is that you have your D8 is your hit dice, and your hit points at your first level is going to be an 8 plus whatever your Constitution modifier is. So at first level,
that's this one, right?
Yeah, the +2 Constitution. So you go, for your health at the very beginning is 10.
Okay.
So you can put that in your current hit points. I think that's where it goes.
Current hit points.
Yeah.
Current hit points?
Yeah.
Okay. 10?
Yeah. And we're going to level you up, so then that's going to change, so don't worry too much about it. The only ones I need the numbers for, well, I mean, it depends on what armor you wear and what you decide to start with, so we won't worry about that right now. But we do have your speed. It's 25, isn't it, for a halfling?
30.
25 for a gnome, then?
I thought speed, it says here halfling traits, your base walking speed is 25 feet.
Okay, then the others are 30.
Yeah, the others are 30, I think. So under speed, you can put 25. That's basically how far you can travel in a turn.
Okay.
And then other things you can decide, like your age and all of that stuff. That's up to you. Your size is small.
Saving throws?
The 2 saving throws are intelligence and dexterity.
Tick the boxes next to them.
Yeah.
Right of the main stats and above all the long list of skills.
Underneath the inspiration and proficiency bonus under your name.
Saving throws? Oh, okay. Oh, you said dexterity and intelligence?
Yeah, you
Yes.
just tick those.
Okay.
Because
Do I have
that's
to put anything in the boxes?
Not yet.
yeah, we
Okay.
will have to, but not right now.
Okay.
Okay, so that's good. So your proficiency bonus at level 1 is +2 anyway. So where it says proficiency bonus,
Mhm.
you just put a 2 in there, because that basically does mean that whatever you do have, it will be a +2 wherever you've got proficiencies. And we'll need to go through and check all your different things that you get.
Like the skills?
Yeah.
Oh,
So
okay.
we'll do all of those as well, because you're going to get some of them. Yeah, they'll increase. The
Okay.
proficiency bonus doesn't then change again until you reach level 5. So when you next level up, that 2 becomes a 3. And
Okay.
everything that you're proficient in will then increase by 1 more.
Gotcha.
So you'll be able to choose a few of those things. Right. So where are we at now? Let me check. We'll worry about the background and alignment and all of that stuff later. That doesn't matter.
We can stick a 14 in the passive wisdom.
Yes, you can. So at the bottom where it says passive,
wisdom.
yeah, from perception, that's a 14. So that's good to know.
Thank you.
That's pretty decent.
Hit dice total, like a little small ledge, could be 4.
Right here?
Which one?
No, above there. Just the little line above that. No.
Oh,
down.
the little.
Yeah,
yeah.
there.
4.
4.
Because you are level 4.
Yeah,
Oh,
so
okay.
you'll have 4 hit dice that you can roll. So when you do a short rest, for example, and you're like, oh man, I need to heal, you've got 4 dice that you can roll to regain health. And then when you do a long rest, you regain a half of those hit dice, the total hit dice. So if you do a short rest and you use 2 dice to heal up, then when you do a long rest, you'll get those 2 back. So that 4 becomes a 2, then you get the 2 back, then bam.
Right.
So I think the next thing we need to do is actually level up. Am I right, guys? Oh, no, we need to pick the proficiencies, don't we?
But that depends also on your background.
Yes. So you do need to pick your background.
Oh, heck.
So let's take a look at the rogue thing. So
this will be background, like hermit, sage, acolyte.
Yeah.
Well, some of those, but I think from the rogue, you get to choose some skills that you want to be proficient in. So you get to choose 4 skills from a rogue that you want to be proficient in. And you can choose from acrobatics, athletics, deception, insight, intimidation, investigation, perception, performance, persuasion, sleight of hand, and stealth.
Where are you seeing those at on here? Or?
So if you go, are you on the rogue one? Yeah, if you go all the way up to class features up at the top, because we're still at the very beginning. Yeah. So you'll see that there's skills. Under saving throws, it says skills. It says choose 4 from those. So what you want to do is when you choose the 4 of those, you put the little dot next to it, and then you become proficient in those things.
Okay.
So if you look over the skills section of your character sheet and you see those different things, you'll see like what they're tied to.
Okay.
So, for example, sleight of hand is tied to dexterity, and stealth is tied to dexterity. Now, obviously, as a rogue, there's going to be some things that you're going to know you're going to need, right? You're going to need sleight of hand. You're going to need stealth. Those are going to be really, really vital to you.
How many can I pick? 4?
You have to pick 4.
Okay.
And then again, so for example, you saw like your dexterity is a +4 at the moment.
Yeah.
Right? So this will give you an additional +2 because you're proficient in that thing. So let's say you're trying to pick a lock that requires a sleight of hand check. Okay. You roll the d20, you're going to add 6 to whatever you roll because you're proficient in that. So you get the +4 from your dexterity and the additional +2 because you're proficient in that particular skill. So you've got to think as a rogue, that list of items, what are going to be the most useful things for me to be good at? And it's most likely going to be the dexterous things, or we were talking about the wisdom stuff. So maybe like a perception or something like that, if that's
what
on
about
the list.
charisma?
Yeah, deception. If you want to be good at lying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is deception
Or
on that list? Yeah,
persuasion?
absolutely.
Persuasion, of course.
Yeah. So
But I can only do 4 of them.
you can only, for now you can do. There are other. You'll be picking other things as well later.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So if you want to pick deception and persuasion now, you can. We'll, as we go down the list and see the other things you'll be able to take based on your background and everything else. It might be that you can swap them around later and be like, well, actually, I'll pick that one from this because I'm going to get this one automatically from some of my background.
background.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Do I have to put anything on the line?
For now, we'll just leave it. I mean, it's going to be
Leave it? Okay.
it's going to be a +2 anyway because it's
+2.
It would automatically fill out to whatever is in the left-hand side. So all of those pluses, for example, in Dexter, if you look at acrobatics, which you didn't pick, you automatically still get +4, right?
Okay.
For acrobatics because that's what you get. You get a +4. But for persuasion, where you've just selected persuasion, it'll be whatever your charisma is +2, so you'll get +5. But we'll do it as we get down the list and find what else you're going to be proficient in. So we don't need to worry about this. We know about your cunning action. We'll worry about that. Your ability score improvement.
She has expertise.
Yes, at 6th level.
No, 1st level.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah, you get expertise straight away.
Oh, you do. Ooh, that's
Am I
right.
a badass?
Yeah.
Yes.
Choose 2 of your skill proficiencies or 1 of your skill proficiencies and your proficiency with thieves tools. Your proficiency bonus is doubled for any ability check that you make that uses either of those chosen proficiencies. Right. So 2 of the things that you're proficient with, or 1 of your skills, it says here, and your proficiency with thieves tools is then doubled. Is that right?
Yes.
So that... Wait, hold on. That's a lot. That doubles a proficiency plus... So instead of 2, it becomes a +4.
Yep.
This is how rogues end up rolling +30 for their stealth.
Yep.
Absolutely. So something like stealth might be perfect for that.
Yeah, or thieves tools.
Or or you can choose it to be thieves tools and
sleight of hand, because you said that you want to steal from people that do bad things, right?
Yeah.
Do you like pickpocket people? That's all sleight of hand.
Okay. So am I choosing something to...
You need to choose 2 of the things that you're proficient in to be even more proficient in, basically. Or it says here,
better.
or 1 of them and your thieves tools.
Okay. And what... Okay, I'm going to probably sound dumb, but like, what are thieves tools?
That is what you use to unlock chests or doors.
Okay, so I definitely want to do that.
Okay.
If you fail the check on thieves tools, your thieves tools break, and they're 25 gold each.
Okay.
Fail or natural 1?
Okay, so I rolled a natural 1 last time.
So they broke, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure my rogue would leave if I did that.
Just like leave.
Yeah, I think it's only if you critical. But the
so I would
proficiency
want
with,
thieves tools to be... I would want to be proficient in thieves tools so they don't break, right?
Well, I mean, the thing is, you are already proficient in thieves tools. I think this is just saying that
you make it better.
Yeah,
you're better at it.
Even more. But yeah, I've never really... Because there's not a roll, there's not a number against thieves tools.
Yeah, there is.
Yeah.
Where?
A natural 1.
To do it.
You can either do raw dex or sleight of hand,
right?
Depending what it is.
That's why I always do it under those. I always do it under sleight of hand because I'm like, if you're using it to unlock a door, I always put it under sleight of hand.
So yeah, it's basically your dex plus your proficiency bonus.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're expertise with it, then it's double your proficiency bonus.
Yeah.
Plus your dex.
So at the moment, for example, your sleight of hand, before you become amazing at it, right? Because you're already proficient in it, is +6. If you become super proficient in that, it's going to become +8.
Okay.
So you can even put if that's the one you want to do, which I would recommend. I would
that's fine.
put an 8 next to it now because
8.
you're going to start getting confused with all the
It's
other
so
things.
little.
I know, but you can zoom in.
Was it one thing or two things?
2 things, so you can choose another thing as well.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure my rogue
Smart.
picked stealth and sleight of hand at the start.
Yeah, I would have also picked stealth and sleight of hand as well. That would be my other option. My other suggestion would be to choose stealth as the other one because again, that's the thing you'll be doing the most.
Right. Okay. Yeah, that's fine.
So then that also becomes an 8. You can start putting in the scores for the persuasion and charisma stuff. So the persuasion is a 5.
Okay.
The deception is a 5.
Okay.
Yeah, and the others we won't fill them in right now because they will be based exactly the same as what's on the left-hand side. But we do have other things to look at. So we've done your expertise at level 1. We don't need to worry about cunning action, ability improvement. That's at level 4, but we'll talk about that in a minute because we need to choose our background. Okay, so your roguish archetype. So you need to kind of choose. You said you wanted to be some kind of thief, is that right?
Yeah.
Stealing
But
from
like
people.
a karmic thief. So like a good thief?
Yeah, no, that's fine. It's just so there are a number of like different types of rogues that you can be. Some use magic, like an arcane trickster, or you could be an assassin, which is pretty decent to be honest. I played assassin, I think, when I did it because you become really, really powerful. There's also a swashbuckler, which I've never played.
What's a swashbuckler? Wait, where are you looking at?
So again, if you so if you scroll down, you see under roguish archetypes, and you keep scrolling down, you'll see there's the 4.
Okay. Oh, the trickster assassin. Oh, okay, yeah.
That you can choose, and each one comes with their own stuff that you basically get, right? And you see like you'll get some other proficiencies with them too, if those are the ones you choose.
This isn't background. Background
this
is
isn't
like
background,
urgent. Okay.
Yeah, no, we haven't got there yet. We still have to get to background. But you can choose what type of thief you. If the thief thing is your
go-to.
If that's your if that's kind of your character's arc, if that's like their story, then it would make sense. Then you can read exactly what you get, but you see here at starting 3rd level, you can use a bonus action granted by your cunning action to make a sleight of hand check, use your thieves tools to disarm a trap or open a lock, or take the use an object action. So you can actually, part of your bonus actions then become extra things that would otherwise normally be an action. So you can use cunning action, which is effectively it's like a special bonus action that rogues get. So you can make an attack and you can move, and then you can use your cunning action to move again, or to disengage, or to hide, right? So you get a special extra action. And if you're a thief, you can actually then turn that cunning action into becoming like, disarming a trap as well. So it's like I can move, I can attack someone, and then I can go and disarm this trap. Or, steal something from that guy's pocket, or, whatever. Try and take that guy's weapon. Like, I don't know. I steal his wand. Right.
Thief is fine. Because I don't think arcane is like magic, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And I don't really have a lot of magic, right?
You can have that if you choose that. It's what you want to do with him. Would you like to confuse people or distract them to be able to pickpocket better? It's kind of nice. You can charm them to also confuse them.
Ooh.
Swashbuckler, I personally like a lot because it's more the pirate type of rogue, with multiple weapons, 2 swords, for example. An assassin is basically not that much stealing, more going in for the quick kill.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Assassin is what I would probably pick if I
I
would say
I love
for what
picking
you said,
assassin.
thief.
Yeah, I think thief makes sense from what Case has already said. But now she knows these other things, she may change her mind.
Is it an idea that Kaser will take a look at these 3rd level things in the meantime before making a decision, and then
and then we can come back
else in the meantime?
Yeah. That's a really good idea.
Yeah. Okay.
then you don't have to make a rush decision.
Yeah. Take
Right.
your time and choose what you want to do.
Choose wisely.
If you also start to build the notion of some sort of where your character comes from, because there's
Yeah.
another type of background, and what you think of for your character's background will probably shape what you pick.
I've definitely thought about that. So I feel like, because you said we're playing every Saturday, right, Mo?
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like through this week I could look at like that stuff, and then I could like definitely, mesh the two together, like a background and a stuff, if that's okay.
Yeah, of course, that's absolutely fine. The whole point of this is to like get you started on that character sheet and that journey, because before, like when we've used D&D Beyond, it just does it all automatically for you.
Oh yeah.
Puts in the numbers for you and all the rest of it, which is great. But then you never really learn like where are these numbers coming from, like understanding like how they get generated, and it's all quite mysterious. But this kind of like was getting rid of that mystery and understanding what's going on.
Yeah.
And then what the best thing is, it's different for every character. So as you've seen with a rogue and a halfling, you get a certain combination. If somebody else is going to be something else, it's going to be completely different. Joy. Right. Who do we want to move to next? Who feels that they want to start doing this madness?
All right, that was it for this week.
We're all alcoholics.
I can go.
Mm-hmm. Let's do it.
I've been sitting here staring at my phone for the past hour, trying to scramble to think of something, and I think I got it.
All right, let's hear it. Let's go. I'm excited.
I'm thinking a Goliath barbarian.
So basically, you
But she is extremely feminine and girly. So basically, it's me.
Yeah.
Girl,
I can see that.
You'll be walking around in high heels, not breaking your nails. Just
It's giving barbarian. That's the idea. Or a bard. But I'm feeling. I think I wanna swing a thing and kick some ass.
Yeah, why not? Okay, let's go with that. Okay, so.
But make it cute and fashion.
Okay, I mean that's completely up to you.
The fun thing about this is barbarians don't wear armor, so you can just wear a really nice dress.
I love this. Okay.
Yeah, and if there's like blood on your dress, ooh, she wants to rage now. Now.
Exactly. Yes.
Oh, brilliant. Okay.
We get it. We get the vision. It's perfect.
So just a little bit of an intro, because this comes from the Monsters of the Multiverse, so you're not going to get all this information in D&D Beyond. But a little intro to Goliaths. The first Goliaths lived on the highest mountain peaks far above the tree line, where the air is thin and frigid winds howl. Distantly related to giants and infused with the supernatural essence of their ancestors' mountainous home, Goliaths stand between 7 and 8 feet tall and have a wide array of skin tones resembling different types of stone. So there's that. Right.
It won't let me open the website for it. It won't let me like open.
Yeah, you can't because I don't have because I don't own the book, so you guys don't get to see it either.
Well, what the heck, Mo?
I'm sorry, man. I can't own all of the books. They're so expensive.
You're Dungeon Daddy.
Hear that.
Dungeon Sugar Daddy.
Yeah. None of the sugar. Unfortunately, I have my own daughter who takes all my money. So
I've been looking stuff up on Forgotten Realms to see stuff about the actual races. That seems pretty good.
There's Forgotten Realms. There's also dnd5e.wiki.com, which is also pretty good to find out all the information. So there's that. So it's a Goliath barbarian. So let's pull up barbarian as well. But we'll talk about Goliath first.
She could be like, have you guys seen Futurama?
Yeah.
The planet they go to. Yeah.
Death by Snoo Snoo.
Yeah.
Death by Snoo Snoo.
Snoo Snoo. Right, we're gonna have to choose a few things with barbarian, aren't we? But first, let's look at Goliath, because Goliath has got some stuff. Ability score increase when determining your character's ability score. Increase one score by 2, and increase a different score by 1, or increase 3 different scores by 1. You can't raise any of your scores above 20. Oh, so you just when you do it, you can either increase 1 by 2, so basically get an additional plus whatever, or increase and increase a different score by 1, or 3 different ones by 1. So what numbers did you roll on your dice? Let's get there first.
I rolled pretty good.
Yeah.
I got a 16, 13, 14, 12, 13, and 17.
Wow.
I know. I don't.
Damn.
But like while the campaign is going, I can promise you I'll roll once.
This is going to be a Goliath barbarian. All right, so strength. As a first off, I would say is probably going to be extremely important.
Mm-hmm.
Everything, I believe, revolves around strength. So you get proficiency in athletics, which is strength. Mountain born, that's fine. Stone's endurance, you can supernaturally draw an unyielding stone to shrug off harm. When you take damage, you can use your reaction roll. Use your reaction to roll a d12, add your constitution modifier to the number roll, and reduce the damage by that total. So constitution is probably going to be quite useful for you as well, especially if you're going to be in the fray. You're going to be the one hand-to-hand combat right in the thick of the enemies. Everyone's going to be hitting you. You're going to be the tank, so you're going to need good health to take, you're going to need to be able to take damage. So I would say strength is probably most important. I would say second is probably constitution.
Yep.
Okay.
So that's 17.
So 17 for strength.
Yeah, that's 17 and that's 16. I would put in strength and constitution. You don't have any bad scores. So, I mean, you haven't got a +0 on anything. The lowest you have is a +1 on something. And that's really up to you, whatever you think. It depends on how you are, how you want to be. You could be a somewhat charismatic Goliath.
Maybe because for intimidation.
Yeah, that's true. The charisma would help if you want to intimidate somebody. You can do it with charisma.
If you like animals' wisdom, like animal handling.
Don't give Shasta animals, man. I tell you, this is
bad. I can't do it again. It was too stressful. The idea for this round is to empty my head and just exist.
I give it 2 sessions before she has a pet.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. CG understands me.
The pet could end up being Tan, because Tan is going to be a bird person. So
that's so cute. I like the idea for charisma, for intimidation and stuff. So what am I putting there?
The next one is 14. I would put it there.
Yeah. Okay.
And then you've got the 2 13s and a 12. So it's really between, intelligence, wisdom, and what are we missing? Intelligence, wisdom, and dexterity.
I'm going to go lower intelligence.
Yeah. And it's still not, you're still not stupid. You still have a +1 on intelligence. So
I was really kind of hoping to be a bit of a bimbo. I'm not going to lie. I'm a bit bummed that that's too high.
Yeah.
You can, feel free to lower it.
Yeah, if you really want to change. Yeah. If you're going to play your character as that. Makes sense.
I would never say increase it, but if you want to lower it, which is taking a disadvantage, you can.
What's your lowest score?
9.
Cool. 9 intelligence.
Nice. Does that...
It's a -1.
It is still a -1, isn't it? Because even if we go 1 down, it's still a -1. Yeah.
Would I be putting that -1 thing there?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, in the big circle.
Oops.
Okay.
What was did I have a +1 somewhere? Was that what's...
Both of those are +2.
Oh, +2?
The 13s are +1. Whatever you got 13 in is a +1. You got a 2 with that 14, which I think you decided was charisma.
Yes. What was I haven't put? Oh, the 13 was +1 is what you said, right?
Yeah.
Oh, I see what you're saying now. I'm catching on.
So right. So now you can choose to either increase one of those numbers by 2 and another one by 1, or you can choose to increase 3 of them by 1.
Oh, dang.
Is it a Goliath thing?
Yeah, it's the Goliath thing.
Wow.
Yeah.
The 16, did you say that was +2 as well?
The 16 is a +3, 2, 4, 6. Yeah, so it's a +3.
And the 17 was +2.
It
That'd be
+3.
+3.
Oh, dang.
When that 17 becomes an 18, it becomes +3. +4, sorry.
And then the 14 was +1 as well, or +2?
+2. Basically, every 2 you go up from 10 is an additional +1.
Oh, he's speaking math to me.
Oh yeah, because it's a 17, I would just go with those 3 in strength and have a 20. But that's me.
It says you increase 3 different scores by 1.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah, so you can either do 3 different scores or increase 1 score by 2 and another score by 1. I would probably increase that 16 to an 18 and then use the 1 and change the 17 to an 18 as well.
Yeah.
If it was me.
Okay. Yes, I agree, and say that all again slower.
16 to an 18.
The Constitution to an 18?
Yeah.
Dang, constitutional.
And then +4.
Jesus. Okay.
And then 17 to an 18.
For the strength. And that also
Yes,
becomes
okay.
+4.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
And
then
so the other thing you automatically get as a Goliath, we haven't even gone into the barbarian stuff yet, but as a Goliath, the other thing you get is you can tick the little proficiency next to athletics skill. So in the skills section where it says athletics, you can tick that little box there. And I believe it's the same here. Your proficiency is +2 until you, and I think it's the same with everyone, isn't it? Is it +2 until you get to level 5 and then it goes to +3? So in your proficiency box up at the top, you can put 2 because your proficiency is 2, but you can chuck that tick box on the athletics, which is great. So if you have to lift a boulder and throw it, you know, if you have to pole vault across a gorge, all athletics.
and I put the 13 for wisdom. What was the?
It's +1.
Little... Okay, thank you. Didn't want to forget that.
Right, now I'm going to go quickly switch to Barbarian and just check everything about the Barbarian. So yeah, your proficiency, that's fine. You get Rage, which we'll worry about in a minute. It doesn't really affect us right now. So your hit dice for a Barbarian is 12, plus your Constitution modifier. So your Constitution modifier is +4.
Oh, okay. That's in saving throws?
No. This is your HP, your hit points.
Oh, where does that go?
I think it's in the middle of the sheet. Yeah, the one that says current hit points. It's like a big thing. Okay. And there'll be a hit point maximum and your current hit points. So your hit point maximum at the moment is going to be 12 plus your Constitution modifier, which I think is a 4. So it should be 16 hit points and the 16 maximum. And then when we level up, as we level up, in case this applies to you as well, yours is a D8. For each level you level up, you roll a D8 and add your Constitution modifier to it, and you add that to your total HP. So your total HP to begin with was an 8 plus your Constitution modifier, which I think was a +2. So you had 10.
Yeah.
Right? So because you're going to go up to level 4, 3 more times you need to roll a D8 and add 2 to it and add that to your HP. Then do it again, add it to your HP, do it again. If you roll a 1 when you roll that D8, you get to re-roll 1 more time because that's part of my homebrew rules.
Gotcha.
Yeah, and Shasta will do the same for you, but instead of a D8 for you, yours is a D12. So you will roll a
Okay.
d12, add that constitution mark. But we won't do it right now because I want to see if something else is affecting your constitution. I don't think it will, but I'm just double checking.
Okay.
Do you want me to do that now?
Yeah, you can do that now, Kesa. Your saving throws are strength and constitution, Shasta. So you can tick in the saving throw boxes, you can tick strength and constitution. So you have proficiency if you have to save against a strength or a constitution check.
Right next to the 13.
Okay.
No, sorry, top 13.
Oh, and it was strength and constitution.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now you get to
Do I
choose.
Fill
Oh,
in
sorry.
the numbers.
No, don't worry about that right now. We'll do
Just
it in a
take
minute.
them? Okay.
You get to choose 2 skills to be proficient in from animal handling, athletics, intimidation, nature, perception, and survival.
Okay. And I already have athletics ticked, so it's 2 additional, or
Can we stack them? We can't stack them, can we? No.
No.
so I'm
you've
just
already got
choosing
it.
one.
Yeah. So no. You can choose 2 from either animal handling, not athletics because it's already selected. What was your other one that was selected? You got athletics and is
I
that
have the one.
just the one, right? So in that case, you can either pick from 2 of animal handling, intimidation, nature, perception, and survival.
Okay. I like intimidation.
And probably
Yeah.
survival.
Yeah, I agree.
And survival, yeah.
Yes.
Cool. We'll worry about your equipment in a minute. So you get to rage. So that's one of the cool things you get to do. We don't need to worry about that right now. You get danger sense, reckless attack, primal path, ability score improvement when you reach level 4, which we still have to also do for Kesa, but we haven't done it yet because we didn't technically level up to level 4. But we will do that in a minute because we were going through the rest of things because you need to choose your barbarian path. That's what we need to do. So let's see. Get the extra attack, but that's at level 5. All of that stuff's at level 5. Nothing matters. Okay, so you've either got Path of the Berserker or Path of the Totem Warrior.
I don't know what either of those
I
are.
will give you a brief explanation to each one.
Okay.
Path of the Berserker. For some barbarians, rage is a means to an end, that end being violence. Path of the Berserker is a path of untrammeled fury, slick with blood. As you enter Berserker's rage, you thrill in the chaos of battle, heedless of your own health or well-being. So basically just a mindless rage machine, Incredible Hulk.
No thoughts, only smash.
Yeah.
Do you only want to use those 2? Because there's a lot of subclasses for barbarian.
But are they from where? Is that in Player's Handbook or from something else?
From something else, but because
Okay.
you also use Volo and
Yes, that's true. I'm only looking at what's in the Player's Handbook at the moment. I haven't looked at what's in all the other guys.
okay.
Where do I get that? You've got those. You have those books. Keita has everything.
I do, but I think it's also in D&D Beyond. Let me look it up.
Yeah, if you own those books in D&D Beyond, then you probably have them.
Barbarian class details. Yeah. Let me just link this one to you in D&D chats, Shasta. Sorry. And then underneath primal paths, you can choose the Berserker, Path of the Beast, Path of the Battle Ranger, Ancestral Guardian, Storm Heralds.
I don't see all of those though.
You don't? I do.
Yeah, because I think you own the book.
I don't own the book.
I only see 2: Path of the Berserker or Path of the Totem Warrior. I don't see any of the others.
What?
Yeah.
That's mean.
Yeah.
It might be because my DM
your
owns
DM
them.
owns them. That's why you see them. Yeah. That's why.
Let me make a screenshot of the list, and then you can Google them.
Yeah.
That might help.
And then Shasta can do that while we move on to making another character. How about Dirk? How does Dirk feel about going next?
I can go next.
Okay, let's do it, Dirk.
All right. So, yeah, where do we want to start?
What race do you want to be?
Dark elf drow.
You're on it, mate. You're like, I already know what I want.
Yep.
Okay. Well, that's okay. That's fair enough. That's pretty straightforward. And your class?
Warlock.
Ooh. Okay, this is going to be interesting. Because you were warlock last time, weren't you?
I was a wizard last time.
Oh, you were a wizard last time. Oh.
Yes.
Yeah, the warlock is fun. So the kind of stuff you're going to have to think about in your own time is like who's going to be your patron, your demonic patron. Like, where did you meet them? What's the story? How do you communicate with your patron? Yeah, what was your soul worth when you sold it? All of that, because that's where your magic comes from, right? From your patron. So you almost like how a cleric or a paladin gets their power from their god, you get yours from this demonic being that you've made a deal with, that you've made some kind of pact with. So you will owe them something, and in return, they give you these magical abilities. Okay, so let's look at the elf first. So you already know you're going down the dark elf drow. So you get the charisma. So, in fact, what are your numbers? Because you'll have numbers already, right?
Yes. So I've got 11, 12, 15, 13, 9, and 14.
15. Sorry, 11, 12, 15. Was it 13?
13, 9,
yeah,
and 14.
14. Have you had a thought about where you want them to go?
Not real. I'm not really sure where they should go.
Okay.
Kind of.
Well, let's look into that then. So already as a dark elf drow, you get a charisma score increase by 1.
Okay.
That's just what you get. You do have sunlight sensitivity, which is great.
Charisma is the stat for a warlock.
And charisma is the stat for a warlock. So what else do you get as an elf? As an elf, you get dexterity increase by 2.
Okay.
And your speed is 30. I think most everyone's speed is 30. Halfling, not than people who can fly more. And the standard, you've got proficiency in perception, so you get that.
All right.
And you can't be charmed, and magic can't put you to sleep. That's just what your standard. That's your ancestry from being an elf. And we could
dark vision.
Yeah, and dark vision. Yeah, so there's all of those things. But for the ability score point of view, you proficiency in perception, so you can tick that box. Your proficiency level is obviously 2 at the moment, plus 2. And you get the dexterity increased by 2. If we look at warlock, so CG has told us the warlock ability is charisma. So you want your highest score should be charisma. And most likely the second is probably going to be constitution.
Let me check what I have. Leave. Or Dex.
Or Dex. Wizards suggest, as in Wizards of the Coast, suggest Constitution as a second. I mean, it's up to you, but I wonder why they say that though.
Calm gives you more health. That's probably why.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Dex affects your AC.
Yeah, and Dex also is the most common save, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Depends who you're up against. Poisonous dragon, then you'll not your Constitution, right?
We're all going to put nothing in intelligence, and everything is going to be intelligence.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Okay. So your wisdom, your saving throws, so you can tick these against saving throws, are wisdom and charisma.
Okay.
But as these guys say, obviously, so your top one, is going to be charisma, and your second one, Wizards of the Coast recommend Constitution. I guess that's because they want high health. But as these guys say, dexterity is probably a good one. You can probably make up your mind based on the skills that you get to choose from having proficiency in. So there's a number of things that you can get proficiency in, and you can choose 2 from either Arcana, Deception, History, Intimidation, Investigation, Nature, and Religion. So there's some intelligence going on there.
So I'm wondering if I go Strength 9, Dexterity 13, Constitution 14, Intelligence 12, Wisdom 11, and Charisma 15.
Okay, organized.
That's a lot of words said to me, and I didn't take them all in at the same time. A lot of the skills you choose are intelligence, though. This is quite interesting. The proficiency skills are like heavily based in intelligence, like history, arcana, investigation.
It might be interesting for his backstory. Not sure what you...
Yeah, like an intelligent wall. I'm just saying, like, it's interesting that the skills for warlocks to choose from are mostly intelligence based.
So I'm wondering if I take my dexterity, switch my dexterity at 13 and intelligence at 12, and just switch those.
Yeah, I mean, it won't make a difference because the 12 and the 13 are still going to be +1. But you just get, I mean, you're automatically getting proficiency in some extra stuff anyway. So you're going to get a +2 additional on whatever you choose, whether it be Arcana, Deception, History, Intimidation, Investigation, Nature, or Religion. You pick 2 of them and you're going to get a +2 already on them. So
I'm thinking Arcana and Investigation.
Okay, so you're going in deep into the intelligence then.
Yeah.
Arcana.
Did you pick Drow for a reason?
No, they're just cool looking.
Yeah, it is, but maybe because you specifically chose that race, maybe you want to kick your dex up with stealth or sleight of hand or deception.
Right.
But you're going the intelligence route, which is cool.
Yeah, because the other options, because with where you are, because what did you put as your charisma score?
Charisma is the 15 +1,
right?
So 16.
Right, because you already get the 16, which comes down to a +3, right? So some of your skill proficiencies you can choose from are charisma based, like intimidation and deception are both charisma based. So you could end up having proficiencies in those and go as a very charismatic warlock.
That's fair. Yeah.
It kind of fits as opposed to being intelligence based. It feels because you've already got a high charisma score, maybe double down on that charisma. And maybe you deceive people, or you sweet talk people, or intimidate them with your devil found powers.
That's what my warlock does.
Okay.
You miss Casel.
I'm gonna miss Casel and our silly flirty banter.
Yeah, all right. So then in that case, select deception and intimidation, I would say, as your 2 proficiencies.
To get back to you, like on the giant, I only posted for until level 3 because the next thing is level 6 and we don't have to look at that yet.
Perfect. Thank you for sending them those.
YouTube is still a spinny circle.
Yeah, I see. I can't even post. I can post messages. It's just... Yeah, the messages are coming through, so there is an internet connection. It's just a little bit like, bruh. Yeah, I need data. YouTube is not responding.
I just turn the heat up.
Oh, it has to be up to a specific threshold?
I guess.
That's stupid.
You're not receiving enough video to maintain a stable stream. Oh no, it's back. I think. Yes, we're back. All right.
Hey.
We're back, everybody. Kind of. Somehow.
Sounds like you need cameras, right? You're not giving enough video, so you need like
yeah.
cameras.
You need way more cameras.
Again,
it's going all over the place. It's being very odd, and I don't know why. Maybe I'll. CPU is barely even being touched. It must just be the internet. I wonder if Mrs. Mo has like decided to like stream several 4K Netflix shows at the same time on various devices. I'll just run a quick speed test. And no, speed is great. So there's some other problem. Speed is like absolutely perfect. So it must be a problem with YouTube. Let's blame YouTube. All right. Okay. Anyway, where were we, Dirk?
I think we were just getting into the warlockishness.
Yes. Okay, so there is, depending on the demon creature or whatever that you make a pact with your patron, I think it expands your spell list.
Definitely.
But I'm just checking if it changes any other ability scores. I don't think it does.
Let me share the warlock things.
Yeah, I think it's just spell lists.
A very, very personal take on it, I think, with Warlock, because Warlock is one of the more interesting things. Like most of the other classes, you're born into, or you decide to go and learn. So, whereas Warlock, you've decided to take a deal with a
patron.
demon.
No, with a patron. It doesn't have to be a demon.
Yeah, it could be an archfey. But what drove you to that? Like, what were you before that? I think is one of the more interesting things for a warlock. I struggle with warlocks in my campaign because ultimately they always want to get away from their patron because they realize they made a mistake.
So I have a kobold warlock with Pact of the Genie in my newest campaign, which is hilarious because why the fuck would you give a kobold warlock powers? Because my patron, a genie, thought it would be funny.
And there you go.
So, yeah.
Oh god, a genie.
Yeah, I was thinking of going with the fiend.
From the lower planes of existence, a being whose aims are evil. Even if you strive against those aims, such beings desire the corruption or destruction of all things, ultimately including you. Fiends powerful enough to forge a pact include demon lords such as a Demogorgon and Baphomet and others. Archdevils such as Asmodeus, Dispater, oh my god, names I can't even pronounce. Pit fiends, that are especially mighty, and Ultraloths and other lords of the Yugoloths. So, okay, nice. Enjoy being destroyed by your patron.
Lots of fire spells. Nice.
Yeah, I mean, even Kaysel loved the fire spells.
Yeah, right. Yeah,
hasn't changed. Okay, so that doesn't change our ability scores.
Love it,
Chester. So that's good. Ooh, nice, Chester. So that doesn't affect the ability scores. So ability scores stay the same. The Goliath side, we've already discussed what you get. And because we're playing the Goliath's stats on the monsters of the multiverse, not the Elemental Evil Player's Guide, because there's 2 Goliaths. But I think the Goliath in the Elemental Evil Player's Guide is now Legacy, potentially. But either way, I think the monsters of the multiverse is a better Goliath. Okay, so shall we level you up? As we might as well do that,
sure,
because then we'll have to go back and level everybody else up. So it's that standard at level 4 you get to choose whether you increase an ability score by 2, or increase 2 different ability scores by 1, or take a feat.
See, I think that I'd like to increase ability scores.
Yeah.
But where would I find feats? Just so I can make sure.
So there's a whole hold on, I'll send you the feats page. There's like a whole page of feats. Oh god.
While Bo is looking at that,
the players, there's all the feats. Sorry, yeah, carry on. You say, I'll link it in the chat here.
If
Thanks,
like
Sam.
as an experienced D&D player, if you don't have one of your skills at 20 at lower levels, I would focus on those, your ability points, instead of going for a feat. Feats are more for higher levels, I guess.
Okay, that tracks. So then, and you said I could increase 2 by 1?
Yeah, you can increase 2 by 1 or 1 by 2.
Or 1 by 2. So I'm thinking if I go... add 1 to charisma. Well, I don't know. Because charisma is the one to have.
Your charisma is 15, isn't it? Oh, but
16.
Got 16. So increasing it by 1 is not going to change the modifier. Increasing it by 2 will change the modifier. So it would make more sense to boost your charisma because that is your most powerful. Like that is everything you do is dependent on charisma.
Like also your spells.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we'll run with charisma. We'll put that up by 2.
Yeah. Okay. So now what you want to do is increase your health based on your hit dice for the 4 levels that you're going to be increasing. So your warlock is a D8. And your what's your constitution modifier? The actual modifier number?
+2.
+2. So you want to roll a D8 and then add 2 to that. And you want to add that to your total HP, and you want to do that 3 times.
3 times?
And if you roll a 1, you get to reroll.
Okay, and so I did that earlier when you told Gator to do it. So that makes... So I do that 3 times, and I've got a total of 24.
Sounds reasonable.
And so is that in addition to a base level, or is that my entire health?
Did you add it to your original? So your original is a D8 plus the 2. So your original, you start with 10, and then you do the 3 rolls, and you add that to the 10.
Oh, okay. So I'd be at 34.
Yeah. So you'd be at 34 at level 4. So the other things you need to do now that you've increased that ability score is now you can go through on your proficiencies and just like add the modifier that you have to your proficiencies plus the additional 2 bonus that for the things that are ticked in your skills.
Okay.
So then some of them can become quite high.
Just to double check, did you only roll the D8s or did you do a D8 plus 2, D8 plus 2, D8 plus 2?
D8 plus 2, D8 plus 2.
Yeah,
yep.
Good. Right.
You're gonna need them. No.
Yeah, you are. Okay, that's good. So, Queso, you okay? You've done the health.
You mean like leveling up?
Yeah.
I didn't do that, no.
Okay, so
I was gonna text you later if we didn't get to it.
That's all right.
But I was confused with what you said and I got lost and I didn't want to interrupt.
So yours is the same as what Derek just did. Your hit dice is an 8 and you have a +2. So you just need to roll a D8 dice and add 2 to it. Do that 3 times and add that to your current base health score, which is 10.
Okay, so it's 3. I got a 3 when I rolled.
So you got 3 and then you add 2 because that's your constitution modifier. So that's 5.
Okay. Do I write that down?
Yep. So that 10 turns to 15.
Okay. So, okay.
And then you do it again and you do it one more time.
7 and add 2?
Yep.
Yep.
9. So now it's 15 plus 9.
I'm not good at math.
24.
Thank you.
And you do it one more time.
And 6, 7, 8.
Yeah.
So
24 plus 8, 32. Is that right?
32.
Oh my God, did I just do that in my head?
24.
I'm so bad at math.
Yeah, 32.
Okay, so that's your hit points, 32. And now you can also do the same thing. You can choose to increase one of your abilities by 2 points, or you can choose to increase 2 abilities by 1 point each.
Okay. And by abilities, you mean the skills?
Yeah, like not skilled, but like your dexterity, constitution. Again, what's your dexterity at the moment? It's 18, right?
Dexterity is
Which one?
18.
Yeah,
20.
make it 20.
Okay.
And
So
then,
your
yeah.
+4 becomes a +5.
So everywhere where you've done the +4 for that dexterity becomes a 5. And if you've got proficiency in it, that becomes now a +7 instead of a +6 that it was before. So there's little things where you've marked your proficiencies, except for your expertise levels. Your expertise levels, well, they now become a +9. Yeah, they become a +9 now.
Going a little fast there, Mo. So
Sorry.
change
Do you
my
want to share?
dexterity
Do you want to share your?
20.
Do you want to share your screen again so I can see it?
You guys are speaking D&D, and I'm like, I only have no D&D.
I
makes
barely
no
know
sense.
English.
All right. So where you've got
20.
those like
Dexterity 20 plus 5.
yeah, and then where you've got like deception, that skill, that's fine. That's still charisma. That doesn't change. But the ones, the sleight of hand and the stealth,
Sleight of hand and stealth, yes.
what are they at the moment? I can't read that. Is that 8?
8.
Yeah.
8.
Yeah.
So they become
9.
10?
9.
9.
Yeah, because
Both
we
of them?
increased your dexterity from +4 to +5.
Okay.
Yeah. All the others, if when you want, you can fill them into whatever the plus modifiers are on the left-hand side. So, for example, acrobatics.
Oh, the plus.
Yeah, is a +5. Animal
Okay.
handling is a +2. You just copy whatever it says in the brackets: dexterity, wisdom, intelligence. Just copy them across and go and do that.
Yeah.
Okay.
But also your deception and your persuasion becomes a +6.
Yes. Oh wait, hold on. Why deception? Oh, did her charisma increase?
No, wait. No, sorry. Yeah, you're right. I'm screwing up. Never mind. Don't listen to me.
So keep deception and persuasion as they are. Just fill out the blanks. Yeah.
Okay.
Cool.
Yeah. And I chose a thing, I think. But
Oh, okay.
we don't have to. Yeah.
All right. Well, we can go into that one after.
Yeah.
All right. So I'm going to stop watching that thing here
Intelligence.
and go here. Right. So now, Shasta, are you okay with leveling up your health?
Yeah. I think I picked a path thingy.
Ooh. Did you?
We both picked a path.
But I do have a question first. For the Berserker path, am I like that's only within the state of rage, or am I just always thirsty for blood?
Wait, let me look into it. Barbarian.
You're not
think
always
it's-
raging.
Yeah, I think it's only when you're raging
During rage.
that you
Okay.
become basically blinded by rage, like insanely blinded by rage. Yeah, you literally enter Hulk mode.
Okay. The other one was the Path of the Giant. I was kind of torn between those two. But now that I know that the Berserker is only during rage, I think I kind of like that.
Oh wow! So the thing is, because it's interesting, the Path of the Giant. I don't know how that would work with a Goliath, because Goliaths are already kind of inherent, like related to giants, and are already bigger. So if you go Path of the Giant, do you become even bigger? Because you're already 7 or 8 feet tall, and
Just
then
the boobs get bigger, probably.
just the boost. So you rage, and all of a sudden you get just giant titties. That's what happens.
Yeah.
I like it. Okay, cool.
The stiletto heels grow.
See, yeah, Berserker is great, but also know that it has its downsides with your frenzy.
I would like someone to choose for me. Anybody?
I'm checking I think giant would actually be amazing because it says you actually take on the appearance of an actual giant. So you would become fucking huge.
Yeah, let's do
think-
that.
As a counter to that, you don't have to frenzy. You
True.
can go into a normal rage, or you can go into a frenzied rage.
Frenzy
Okay.
is amazing because you can like use a bonus action attack on each of the turns, but exhaustion.
Oh, okay. Yeah, let's go with the Path of the Giant. That's really cool.
Mm-hmm.
big titty goth girl.
Like
I
it.
think we all played Baldur's Gate here. I think Karlach is the Path of Berserker.
Do I know Karlach?
Yeah,
No,
that's
you don't know Karlach.
Wait,
I haven't
never
gotten there
mind.
yet.
No.
Mo stopped playing with me. He got
I didn't
so
stop
busy.
playing. I got sick.
Oh.
And then I haven't been free because I've been doing this.
Excuses.
I know. I'm sorry.
I forgive you.
Okay, so Path of the Giant. Great.
Yeah.
Not much to worry about there. So all you need to do is level up your health and then choose your ability score, what you want to do with that as we bring
Okay.
you into level 4.
And how do I do that?
So you can either choose one ability score to change by 2 points or change 2 by 1 point. I think we did that for you though, didn't we?
Yeah, didn't we?
Yeah, we did. I'm pretty
That's
sure we
my
already did that for you.
strength, my
Yeah, you only have to do your
constitution.
health. Yeah, we did that level 4 ability score thing for you already.
Yeah.
That's fine. So it's only your health,
Okay.
which I think is a D12.
So I just
If
roll a
I'm
D12.
Yeah,
not-
you already said that.
Yeah. D12 and Constitution modifier.
I got a 7.
+2.
I thought it was +4.
Yeah,
when
her
it was
Constitution
18.
is higher, right?
Oh my gosh, yes.
So 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 for health. then?
So add that to your base health, which is your base health right now should be 12 plus. What did you say it was? 5?
Well,
Constitution 4.
I don't. Oh, Constitution was +4.
Right. So your base health that you start on level 1 with is going to be 16. So whatever
Okay.
you just got right now, that's 7 plus 5. Add that to 16.
Oh, 7 + 4, right?
Yeah, whatever it was. Yeah.
+4.
Oh god.
Add that to
Is
16.
That's the hit points.
Yeah, the total hit points and your current hit points. And then do it
Okay.
again. Do the roll again.
Okay, hold on. 16 plus it was 16 plus 11, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. You're asking me to do the impossible. I failed math 4 times, by the way. Fun fact. 27, and then roll the d12 again.
Yeah.
I got a 12.
Oh wow. Plus the 4. So 16, and now add 16 to whatever number you had before.
16 to the 27?
Yeah, 16 to the.
Is
You're
that allowed?
you're a Goliath.
Yeah,
You're
the
supposed to
tank.
be. Yeah, you're supposed to be
Oh.
very, very like.
These are very big numbers.
Yeah. So add that,
43.
and now roll again.
Oh my god.
You
3.
will be the first to
3.
triple digits by
Yeah.
a long way.
3 plus the 4,
Plus
so 7,
4.
and add that 7 to the number that you already have.
We're at 50.
Perfect.
Whoa.
That's
okay,
great.
So I'm replacing
She a
that 16
strong
hit
lady.
points with 50.
Mhm.
She a strong lady. Hold on to my strong hand.
Oh my god.
But the easiest thing, because we're working on paper, to put your max hit points, your total number there, and your current hit points, keep it empty. Fill it in with paper. Paper with
right.
pencil, because you can erase it, and if you get a hit, you can write the new number down.
If you end up printing this sheet, yeah,
Right.
'Cause you
I
can-
meant to change my maximum hit points to the 50.
Yeah, you should.
yeah, that's what you should be changing, your max hit points. And
current hit points matter.
it depends if you decide to keep using it as a PDF, saving it and using it as a PDF to edit, or if you want to then, once you've made this, print it out and then start using it by with pencil, which is what the old schools do.
I have a plastic sheet,
Oh
Yes,
yeah,
yeah,
nice.
yeah.
Yeah.
wipeable pen.
Laminated. That's the shit,
That's a
man.
good idea.
Because the bigger square,
No.
you need to erase the thing if you take a hit, because your hit points go lower.
I got a 50 health.
Holy shit.
It'll balance
Right.
out. You don't have any armor.
Yeah,
Fair.
that's also true. We need to look into what all everybody's armor and stuff is. Your AC by standard for a Goliath. I'll need to look into that. Tan,
Oh,
now it's your turn.
Dun dun dun.
Oh man, you're gonna love my rolls. So my highest roll was a 13.
Oh no.
And then,
Can I
so
give her one
literally
of mine?
nothing has a positive number except for one where it's just a +1.
Oh, I'm almost tempted to ask you to roll again.
Don't get attached to this character.
I was like,
I can have one of my.
and then I
one
went
of my
through a whole thing where
friends.
I was like, do I actually want to be a rogue? Do I? So what I wanted to kind of know before I really pick my class is like, how ranged can rogues be? Because I read that they have crossbows. That's pretty ranged. But then am I just going to spend the whole time just shooting crossbows and that's it?
It's up to you what you want to do. You don't have
They're
to. The
not-
thing is, as a rogue can also be up close with a rapier or with
But I don't
knives.
want to be up close though.
Well,
'Cause I
then
have
yeah,
flight, right?
then you'll be far away with a crossbow.
Yeah, but that's why I was asking. That's my question. Like, is that all they have? Like, is there anything interesting they can do from far other than shoot a crossbow?
If you're
Or should
gonna
I pick a
go,
different class?
if you're gonna go with arcane trickster, you can do magic.
Hmm.
So my problem is that I didn't want to be too heavy into magic because all my past characters have been magic. I've been like a cleric, warlock, and a druid.
Then it's probably gonna be crossbowing. You can go for Gloomstalker, rogue. Oh no,
Mm.
it's ranger. Never mind.
I did see that there was a scout, which was apparently quite good for range. But I was just asking, like, is it all right? Does it work? Or is it like a very silly idea to pick a rogue? Because I always imagined rogues to be quite melee, but when I'm
I
trying to
mean,
read about it, lots of things are like, oh yeah, rogue is kind of okay.
the other thing I
Range.
was going to say, because 5e's Ranger is broken, but there are repaired
Broken,
versions
like
of Ranger.
bad broken
Bad,
or
yes.
oh, is that why no one actually suggested
yes.
ranger for ranged?
So I was potentially going to ask the DMs if maybe a fixed Ranger build would work.
Yeah, I don't have a problem with that.
I guess
It's-
the question is, what is the
It's.
fixed
I think
ranger
it's so broken that it's better to go with fighter who is ranged
build?
because
Yeah, I saw
they
that as
do
another
better
suggestion.
than a ranger with a bow.
That's hilarious.
Also because of multi attack, right?
The weird thing there is your fighter skills are based on strength, but ranged weapons are based on. So I had a fighter who did this, and I ended up making a custom bow for him that was strength based. The lore being it was made from dragon bone,
Ooh.
specifically because it was frustrating that his rolls for longbow were rubbish because his main stat was strength. Really,
Oh, that's quite interesting.
Okay. So I guess if you want to be this flying character, what's your best class is really what you want to know.
Yeah.
I think a
Exactly,
fight is not a bad idea, you
But
know.
the other option as well was an artificer. How do you say it? Artificer?
Artificer, yeah.
Artificer. Because I saw that they get like a gun or something halfway through. I don't know.
Yeah.
And it would be cool
Percy.
to be a
Yeah,
new class
Percy.
I've never seen.
Yeah,
Well,
it is, but I wouldn't recommend it.
no?
No, because we have a similar class that you will be able to find once you reach level 5.
What does this mean?
Don't pick
Okay.
it, basically.
Yeah.
Don't do it.
All right. But so if I did go fighter, then how would that work with the strength dex thing?
Well, I mean, one of the things I see here from the Aarakocra, is that right?
Aarakocra, yeah.
Aarakocra is
Well,
that
I mean, I say yes like I know.
you have an unarmed talon attack,
Yeah.
which uses your strength modifier.
So going for a strength thing, going strength base might not be bad.
Yeah, it might not be
Check.
bad.
What's an Echo Knight?
Although it does say intelligence, wisdom, or charisma is your spell casting ability for your gust of wind ability.
Gust of wind, yeah.
But Yeah, I guess it depends how much you use that and if you care about it or not.
Ooh.
I mean, it seems like an annoying. It's just a spell to be really annoying because it makes it hard for people to move towards you, right?
Yeah,
But it doesn't actually do any damage.
but you can only use it once.
And it's concentration. Oh yeah, between every long rest.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're in the air, most stuff isn't getting to. This is why that particular race is not a DN's favorite race in D&D.
You're welcome, Mo.
I don't care. You can be what you want, mate. It's
So wait, so what other
nothing
weapons
to-
are there? Are there weapons that you can dive in with and dive out with that use strength?
You would want to
swords, maces.
because then you're going to get opportunity attacks against you every time you leave
yeah,
their
that's
space
true.
again.
I don't want to get hit. I've got like 0 constitution. I've got 0 everything.
Wait, so if you go for fighter champion, then you can have your additional fighting style, which can be archery, which is a +2 bonus on attack rolls with ranged weapons.
Yeah.
But then it's still going to be like the rogue, just being far away and using a crossbow.
Well, no, I don't. I mean, I don't mind being far away and using a crossbow. I just meant like, is every fighting turn going to be like, I shoot the crossbow next, I shoot the crossbow next. Whereas like as like other things, you tend to have lots of different abilities you can use and stuff. I just don't know what they have because I don't know the range, right?
Yeah.
Like,
So
abilities and stuff.
fighters get the martial things. Is that across all fighter types or is that specific? I can't remember.
Oh, I can check.
So those would be other things you can do. Like so the fighter in my group, he would constantly use his bow to disarm people. Because that's one of the things you can do as a martial. I
Oh,
forget
that's
what they're
pretty cool.
called. Martial something or other.
Martial. Oh, I mean, yeah. It depends on which one it is. Hold on a second. Let's take a look.
It's all the extra
martial
things. The trip attack,
archetypes.
disarm attack. There's one that pushes people back. Those things.
That sounds
Yeah,
pretty cool.
Battle Master, is it?
Battle Master.
Yeah. And then you can choose your maneuvers, right?
That's
what
it.
you mean.
Maneuvers. Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. So
I'm
he had
playing,
those.
Battle Master.
There's a lot.
But again, I did have to build him a custom weapon in the game to make his character make some sense, really.
Ambush, bait and switch, brace, commander strike,
Yeah.
commanding presence, disarming attack. Yeah.
Or you can go champion. So there's options. There's Eldritch Knight as well.
Echo Knight, Samurai, Rune Knight.
I don't have all those other knights. I have the Echo Knight, but I think the other ones are from Multiverse.
Cavalier, if you want to be on a horse or something.
Yeah.
Can I fly with the horse?
Pegasus.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. I mean, I don't know. I think it sounds kind of fun trying out fighter and then figuring out which of the many, many, many subclasses I go with. Where do I see this list?
It's cool.
Let me show you. Oh,
Yeah.
I've copy pasted.
Well, she should be able to access the link to fighter directly because that's all in Player's Handbook, except for the additional knights. But she doesn't want magic, so I don't think. Do the additional knights all use magic, right?
Yeah. So either you check the link that Mo just shared about fighter, and if you're thinking maybe I want something else, then I just share the link with other options.
Yeah. Samurai.
But you would have to Google those. Samurai is pretty cool.
Yeah. A flying samurai fighter. But then again, you're getting in close and then you've got attack of opportunity on you. So
Yeah.
Or
Can they
ninja
throw?
stars.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
Yeah,
can they
ninja
throw
stars.
ninja stars?
don't see why not, mate.
Let's
You would
have a
just
look.
lose them.
Yeah. You just won't be
They're
able to
not coming
collect them back.
back. Oh, one of the first campaigns that I played, we had a warlock with like a javelin, and we were standing on a cliff, and he threw his javelin because he ran out of spells or something.
Mm.
He missed, but we were on a cliff, so he's like, okay, yeah, but I don't have a weapon anymore. was hilarious.
I quite like champion. I like champion because
gunslinger.
that's on Gunslinger is part of Critical Role.
No,
it's not official material.
How do I know which one to look at?
Yeah, I like champion because you could get if you roll a 19, it becomes critical.
Yeah, that's pretty.
Which
cool.
is quite nice.
And it is basically ranged.
It can be when you get at level 10, you get the additional fighting style, and then you can gain bonus to archery and stuff, which is quite cool. So it's
as in like the fighter champion choices at level 10.
Yeah, the fighter champion choice at level 10, you get to choose
archery, defense, dueling, weapon fighting, protection.
Okay. So I guess with that, I would still go into dexterity.
Again, it says you can choose either strength or dexterity.
What do you mean? It says I can choose. Where does it say that?
At the top of choosing a fighter,
strength or dexterity.
Strength or dexterity should be the highest one.
Oh, right, okay.
If you're using bows, dex.
Yeah.
But then anything about fighter that involves strength will be slightly nerfed.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so it would probably be dex first. Would I even bother having strength as a second thing, or not at all?
It depends on how you see your character fighting, which also depends on your backgrounds. If you're going with dex using bows, it makes more sense to just be nimble and be good at maneuvering, so less on strength. You would do more with acrobatics than with athletics, for example.
Yeah. Okay, so maybe don't put... Yeah. So basically, my rolls are 13, 11, 11, 9, 8, 5.
I'm so tempted to let you re-roll.
Like on the 5, did you re-roll once?
What? On which one did I? No, I didn't re-roll any of them.
Because if you rolled a 1 on dice, you were allowed to re-roll them.
For these ones?
Only for health.
I rolled a 1 like on almost every single one.
Okay. I thought also on the abilities.
Only for health.
Okay.
But I'm tempted because those are so terrible to
roll.
Rolling. unless you're absolutely happy to like play with a completely terrible character and just make it work for you. It's your call.
What kind of campaign are you
I was kind of in two minds.
A metagaming heavy combat campaign or a character campaign?
I think it's character campaign.
And I would go with the rolls.
Personally. Yeah. Do it.
That's why I was kind of in two minds. One of them was like, oh, maybe re-roll, get better numbers. But then the other one was like, oh, well, maybe I've just got a really weak character because not everyone has to be strong. Also, you all rolled like amazing numbers, so we're good in the combat area. I'll just hang out above and tell you what's going on.
Maybe that's it. Maybe you'll just be like the watch person. Maybe just increase perception.
Like looking at things.
Highest perception.
Wait, what does perception use? It uses wisdom. Okay, let's put all my points into wisdom.
And your dump stats in charisma, and you'll be super awkward.
Just like bird person. Oh my god.
Okay, so 5, 9, and 11.
And be that flying character so you can be above.
So the other thing you get with the Aarakocra is the ability score increase as well. So you get to increase one score by 2 and another score by 1, same as with the Goliath, or you can increase 3 scores by 1.
I'm getting more dexterity because now it's a +2. Yay!
Yay!
And then +1 on.
Well, if you put it in the 5, then you have a 6, and that's.
But then the 5 will be we want my charisma to be low, right?
Yeah, but how low?
I mean, really low.
Well, the 5. Oh yeah, the 5 was a -3, wasn't it? Which is hilarious.
Then it becomes a -2, right?
Yeah.
And then it becomes -2 with a 6.
Yeah, but do you care, or do you
just bring my constitution up and have a bit more health or something?
Yeah, I mean, if you're going to be flying high above everybody, I don't know if constitution matters so much. Maybe like put it in your wisdom, because I think being high and having perception is probably useful. They probably go hand in hand.
Yeah, it could be useful.
You could be like confident and go up to talk to somebody and then just fumble on your words.
bird
Me!
with bad
God,
vision.
I can't
Yeah.
wait to
Bird with
roleplay this
bad vision.
character.
Yeah, you
The
make it your
wisdom
own,
is
mate. Make it your own.
now +1. Oh my god, Kiwi just keeps pressing random
We
buttons
need to
on
start
my
looking at
keyboard.
backgrounds, Kita.
Boom. Okay. I've done that now.
Yeah, I'd say for the rogue, the most.
I'm a fighter now.
I know,
Okay.
but for Kaser,
All
Yeah.
Oh,
right.
right, okay. Yeah.
I would say urchin,
All right.
but that's the
So
typical thing.
yeah. So hold on a second. If we,
I'm just gonna be a thief.
No, but this is your backgrounds because you get things from being from your what depending on
What's
your
your
background, you
character's
get other
story?
skill proficiencies.
Oh heck.
So we just need to find all the different, and then also your suggested personality traits, your ideals, your bonds, and your flaws. All of those things.
Where do you find those at?
It's
I'll
all in the
link
player
you.
handbook.
Yeah, I will link you to all of the stuff.
Okay.
So I'm a hermit because I live in real life and in the game because I live
Oh.
isolated in a monastery.
Oh, I remember doing this on the
Yes,
D&D and Beyond.
yes. So,
But it was helpful because it was already like all there.
yeah, exactly.
Can everyone pick anything from the backgrounds list, or are there like limitations or something?
Well, the thing is, on actual backgrounds, it's really weird because they only give you some. Acolyte, criminal, folk hero, noble, sage, soldier. I don't know whether
You don't have urchin?
You said a
I
lot of
don't
words
see
there.
any of the others on here, but there should be more.
Yeah.
Is it
okay,
because
wait.
it's got partnered content? No. Wait, are we looking at D&D Beyond, right? That list.
Yeah, but it should still be because even in the player's handbook, there's way more than this.
Yeah, there's more in the
what's
handbook
missing
than
from here?
on D&D Beyond. I had to write hermit in.
Yeah, that's
Oh.
weird. Hold
Come
on,
here.
It says chapter 4.
Probably from like the market.
No, I
board,
see
maybe.
Hermit though
Yeah.
in the list.
Wait, where are
It's-
you? Which page are you on? Because I must be on the
D&D
wrong.
Beyond background. Oh, let me just look here.
Yeah, just link it.
There you go.
D&D.
Oh right, I was okay. Right, so I wasn't looking there. I was actually looking at the chapter from the player's handbook in D&D Beyond, which is different. So this one has all the additional content, which is not as you can see where they come from, right? Because underneath
Yeah.
you'll see like
Well, you
acolyte
can
basic
filter
rules.
them too. You can filter them based on the source. So I guess we want the default player's handbook, right? But then are we including anything else? For the
Basic
source?
rules.
I think that's
Like your
also included.
Criminal
in-
Basic
spy is.
And then anything else?
Let me check.
Yeah, I mean there will be more because we're allowing.
Phalos, so that's the wild beyond the witchlight.
Oh, hold on.
Phalos? How do you spell that?
FEYLOST.
I think there's a few in
I
EE
don't
as well.
see that as an option on the sources.
No, on the sources, because there's a lot of individual. See, a lot of those sources give you backgrounds based on the adventure that's being run. So there's a lot in there. The ones we mainly want is basic rules. I mean, are covered in Player's Handbook anyway. So Player's Handbook and Tasha's Cauldron.
Yeah, I've got that one.
And Xanathar's Guide to Everything. I don't think they include any new ones in there though, but we'll just put it in anyway.
Okay.
I'm looking.
And I think the last one is the Mordekainen's Monsters of the Monsters. But I don't think that actually gives you any more, so I'm not entirely
So this
sure.
would be the link so far with all the filters on.
Yeah. So there's a
I just filtered them
lot
through.
of things that you can choose. So if everybody looks at that and sees what they would like to have as their background, you'll see
with
that
those
you
filters, I only
get...
see basic rules and player's handbook. What's going on there?
Because maybe there's not anything else. Maybe there's
And then
just...
the other ones.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm still seeing lots of other stuff like
Just not from the sources that you mentioned.
there. Okay, I've got a good list now here. Perfect. Yeah, I got them all. A hermit, that's a player's handbook. Knight, noble, outlander, pirate, sage, sailor, soldier, urchin. I think the only ones that you actually get that aren't on the play. No, all of them are Player's Handbook. So if you basically just choose Basic Rules and Player's Handbook, it covers everything. There are no additional backgrounds in any of the other books that we need to care
Okay,
about.
That makes sense.
So yeah, so you don't have to worry about the other ones. And so when you pick one, you'll get proficiency in skills. 2 skills it will give you additional proficiency in. And then you can start looking into kind of what your speciality will be in those things, or sometimes other stuff. And then you get to choose your personality trait, your ideals, your bonds, and your flaws. You can either roll. I don't mind if you roll for them or choose them. I'm not bothered.
The bonds and flaws and all that stuff.
Yeah. So if is everybody on the same? Are we all on the same page of stuff? Let's see. What did Tan choose? What did Tan link? Yeah. So that link that Tan sent, right? If everybody looks at that, and then if you click the plus button next to it, you'll be able to see what they all mean, and then you'll also be able to see kind of like what because that's basically creating your personality, your character's personality, and that's going to make a big influence on how you play the game, where you came from, and what additional skills you are good at.
So let's say I picked Gladiator, which gives acrobatics and performance. What does it give exactly in those? So
because your proficiency at this point in time is +2, so in your skills section you click the little checkbox next to acrobatics and next to performance, and then you get a +2 on whatever you already had on those.
So it's +2 on top of whatever my modifier is.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because which other skills did you pick, Tan?
I haven't picked any.
We forgot that then, Mo.
Because she chose fighter. I didn't know what she was choosing. So you've chosen fighter. So you get to choose 2 skills between. All right, are you ready? Acrobatics, animal handling, athletics, history, insight, intimidation, perception, and survival.
Perception. Sounds like I should pick that one. After all that, I put in wisdom.
Yeah, because then you get an additional +2.
And those get a +2
on whatever. So in addition to your wisdom, you then get another +2 for that perception.
And if I picked, I might not, but if I pick Gladiator and that gives me acrobatics, and I already pick acrobatics for some reason, does that give me an extra +2?
It can't stack. No.
Okay, so I should try.
So you want to choose the right. Yeah, you want to choose something else.
Maybe, but
and make it work.
Not.
Yeah.
We'll see. Okay.
I mean, I wouldn't personally meta game the background based on the stat.
Oh no, I'm not doing it like that. But it's just more like if I picked Gladiator, right? I probably wouldn't pick acrobatics as my thing. I'd pick something else.
Gotcha.
And because Shasta and Kaysen need to do the same as well, picking their background, and so does Dirk wherever he's gone.
He's here.
I forgot to turn my camera back on. I'm sorry.
Dirk.
I've been sitting here.
Just silent the whole
background, the background is the link you just shared, right?
Yeah, the one that Tan's sent in our chat.
I want to be an urchin.
Yeah.
Oh, did I need anything ticked for saving throws? Or
yes, you do. Your saving throws are strength and constitution. So you basically have proficiency in saving throws for strength and constitution.
That's another same thing, like +2.
+2. So even if your strength is -1 and you get the +2, it becomes 1.
That is my strength.
There you go.
And then
so it becomes a +1 when you're saving for it.
And then the health was
so your health is a D10.
D10 and then plus my constitution, which lucky for me is 0, so I don't have to do any math.
So you just do 10 and then you roll another 3 10s and add them all up together.
Oh, you're right. Yeah.
So you start with just 10 as your base.
And then you roll 3 10s.
Then roll 3 10s and just add them all up.
Okay, that's 3 10s.
So you said urchin. Hold on a second. Let me take a look-see at this urchin business and see if it makes any difference. Okay, so you're not going to get anything extra because you already have sleight of hand and stealth, right? But what it will help you do is select your personality traits, your ideal, your bond, and your flaw. Yeah, and that's basically what you live by.
Okay.
Couldn't you pick 2 other skill proficiencies from Rogue?
Yeah, you could pick 2 other skill proficiencies from Rogue and backtrack your character, which is absolutely fine to do because if you were making it on D&D Beyond, you would do all that. But at the same time, you also want to think, what would your character be and how would they be? And so if you feel like it makes sense to pick something else, pick something else. So the other options that you had, because you picked sleight of hand and stealth.
Right.
The other options you could have had were acrobatics, athletics, deception, insight, intimidation, investigation, perception, performance, persuasion. So there's a lot of other options for you to go into. So if any of those ones aren't ticked, I will screenshot you that so you can have a look at all of them. Because if you're going urchin, you're already going to get sleight of hand and stealth now, no matter what.
Okay.
So now you can choose from one of those other ones, or 2 of those other ones, sorry.
2 of the other ones, okay.
And just have that.
So should I erase the 9 off of?
No, you're going to still have them. So don't worry about that. You're still going to have those.
Okay, just tick off 2 other ones instead.
Yeah, you can just add 2 more from that list I sent you that aren't already ticked. And just pick them. Yeah.
So keep those ticked. Got it.
Keep everything you've got ticked, and just pick 2 more from this list of skills. And that's how we just retcon your character. It's okay. It's okay. Yeah. It's still being created. Your character's still being born. So don't worry about it.
Also, Kaser, you clicked on the plus, right, of Urchin to see more information.
Yes.
So if you scroll a bit further down, you see your feature, which is city secrets, but also suggested characteristics, which can help you think more about what is your character like, why does it do certain things, what are the flaws, what are the strengths, why does it do what your character does.
Gotcha.
And you can do those characteristics one of 2 ways. You can look at that list and you can pick something off that list, or if you're not sure, as you see next to it, there'll be like a D8 or a D6. You just roll the dice and let it choose for you. Right? So it depends how you want to play it. Like you can let it choose for you, or you can choose it yourself. So we need to do that for personality trait, ideal, bond, and flaw, and put them all on your character sheet. Because again, that stuff is when I'm handing out inspiration and things like that, I'll be looking at your character sheets and be looking at what your flaws are, what your bonds are, what your ideals are. And if you're playing to your character, I will more likely give out inspiration for times where people are actually like, or just awarding bonus XP for shits and giggles because I can.
Yeah.
If you're playing to your character, which is always more fun.
I want to do. Oh crap! Never mind. I already had that ticked. So I ticked acrobatics, and I'm gonna tick. I think I'm gonna tick. I lied. I don't know. Perception.
Perception. So then whatever number you had next to them when you were filling them out, you now add 2 to those 2 ones as well.
Okay.
Yeah. So then now you're now proficient in those. And that goes the same for everybody else when we're doing backgrounds. So just
75.
Select all of your different things.
What?
Have you selected a background, Tan?
Yes, I think.
Okay. What about Shasta? Shasta, have you selected a background?
Between gladiator and soldier.
Cool. What do you get? Gladiator, acrobatics and performance, soldier, athletics and intimidation. I mean, that could be quite good for what you are, but you would. I think you already get athletics built into a Goliath, so you basically don't get that proficiency. But what do you get as a soldier? There must be some other things. One type of gaming set, vehicles on land, insignia, rank, if you take it from enemy, blah, blah, blah. So a set of bone dice, a deck of cards, or a common set of clothes, a pouch containing 10 gold pieces. And you can choose what type of soldier you were. That's cool. Military rank. So that's
Outlander might also work for you as a Goliath.
Didn't look at that one yet.
Athletics and survival. Tool proficiencies, one type of musical instrument.
Yeah, but also the origin, which can be like a tribal nomad or
Yeah.
So
Okay, I do like that.
A bounty hunter.
I was thinking of doing Outlander as well.
Are you?
Yeah.
And being what? What would you be your origin?
Well, I'm thinking that I was cast out for making a deal with my deity.
Nice. Keita likes it.
Yeah, I was looking at it. If he
She
picks that,
accepts.
ooh,
She
favorite.
accepts. Very nice.
Makes sense for a drow.
Yeah.
Cool. You have an excellent memory for maps and geography and can always recall the general layout of terrain, settlements, and other features around you. You can find food and fresh water for yourself and up to 5 other people each day. So if all 7 of you are playing, one of you guys is going to be fucked. I find food for 6 of us.
I like the personality trait which says, I was in fact raised by wolves. Cool.
I feel far more comfortable around animals than people.
Reindeer aren't better than people.
Exactly.
Am I supposed to like do something with this information now?
You write it
get
down.
the sheet.
Whatever you have, you put it on your sheet under like the background section or the personality and backgrounds area. Because then when you're all done, I want all of your sheets. Because I want to study your characters. So I know exactly. That's once you've done, once you fully like put your backstory, if you've got any relationships to any of the other characters around, you can talk about it and stuff. But as long as I have it within the next few days, because I'll need to know you all before we start playing on next Saturday.
Chose
So-
Outlander, like
Yeah.
the tribal nomad in mind. Would I just write Outlander on the character sheet?
Yeah,
or would
you
I-
can do. It goes under, is it background? Up at the top.
Right.
And then on the right side, there's
Then
spots
there's,
for the
yeah.
personality traits,
Oh, okay, I see.
ideals, and bonds.
Yeah. And to your equipment, you need to add a staff or a hunting trap, a trophy from an animal, traveler's clothes, pouch. You need to choose 1 extra language. In case of the Outlander, you have proficiency with a musical instrument. And then below there, you have your suggested characteristics, which you can please just don't type it, copy paste it.
Yeah, you can just copy paste into here.
Get
Hey,
all
Bim.
that. Okay, so you help me.
Yeah,
You put
I
me
mean,
in.
there's a lot of stuff, and we haven't even gone into spells or what equipment you have or what armor you have, because each different class will start with has options of starting with different things, different weapons, different armors, which we will go into. But this was the hardest part, right? This is the most involved part, is getting all those ability scores sorted out, going through all the background, setting out all the proficiencies, all of that stuff, as you've seen, takes a few hours, which is why we have a session 0 with everyone, because it takes so long to go through every single person's characters and like build them up from scratch. CG already did his, so it's good, but we haven't done Kim, so we're gonna have to do Kim's at some point, and Kim isn't here today, so I'll have to sort that out with Kim later.
Yeah, and Lee.
Yeah,
Zip.
but he has done it lots of times, so it will be a lot easier.
And if you're not able to find anything on the bond or flaw or ideal list, but you're like, I think a really good flaw of my character is to stutter if she panics or something. Write it down.
Mm-hmm.
If you have a really good idea for your character because of backstory, trauma, or success, then
Yeah, it's
Edit.
important to remember those ideals, those things are only suggestions.
Okay.
So they're not set in stone. You don't have
Could
to
we
choose
copy
them.
paste them if we do like them?
Yeah, you can just copy paste it. Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't type them over. It just takes too long. Been there, done that.
I had a character who had a crippling fear of water long before season 2 of Critical Role.
That's cute.
I think I had a player, a friend of mine, who just flaw was does not believe in dragons.
Wow.
So when we eventually came across one, it's like, no, this is an illusion. This is not real. This is just some projection set up. Animatronics, stuff like that.
You have one be like, I don't believe in God or gods.
I have no god.
Yeah, exactly. Nice. Okay, so as you're all doing that, I will quickly pull up your different classes and look at what your starting equipments are going to be. So we have a barbarian. Wow, reopen. Thank you. Tan, you're a fighter, right?
Yeah.
Q. What else have we got? CG's already done. Here's Warlock. And a Rogue. That's it, right? I think that's covered everybody. Shasta is a Barbarian. Yeah, okay, I've got that. So you've got a light armor proficiency, simple weapons, no tools. We've already done the wisdom and charisma for the Warlock. This is you, Dirk. Okay. Are you ready, Dirk?
For equipment?
Yep.
Yep.
So you can choose either a light crossbow at 20 bolts or any simple weapon.
All right. I'm gonna. What's sorry, I'm on a different page in the player's handbook.
Sorry.
Where's? Do you know what page equipment's on?
As in for the Warlock specifically, or do you mean just a list of all the different equipments?
Well, I don't think that I want the crossbow, so
you just want a simple. So you want a list of simple weapons. All right, hold on.
Yeah.
You've got the actual player's handbook physically in front of you, right?
Yeah.
I believe.
Quarterstaff, dagger.
Yeah, starting equipment, chapter 5. So page 143. Weapons is 146.
All right. So.
Yeah. Okay, so 149 has a list of weapons. You've got simple weapons there. You can see any of those simple ranged or simple melee weapons are acceptable.
All right. I'll go with the quarterstaff.
Cool. Check it in. All the stats are there. And then you can either choose a component pouch or an arcane focus.
What's an arcane focus?
So if you have an arcane focus, then you don't require, is it materials for simple spells? So for example, you may choose to have like a special stone in your staff, and that stone acts as materials for simple spells. So sometimes you'll get simple spells which are like, you need a piece of string and a fucking gold coin. You'd be like, well, I don't need that because I've got an arcane focus.
Yeah.
Okay.
A piece of bark hit by lightning.
Yeah.
I had someone's dead heart as my arcane focus.
So you can choose cool things. We had another guy in my other campaign who was I think he was actually a wizard, and he decided that he wanted it like an Iron Man like thing in his chest that was implanted there that glows. And he was also like I think he was also a dragonborn, or no, he was a tiefling. So he's like, his eyes would like fire up, and his like little fake arc reactor type stone would also glow the same blue flame.
I like it.
Before casting fireball.
Yeah, so I think that'll do the arcane focus.
Yeah, I think that's a standard, because I mean, component pouch will have all the components in, but I mean, yeah, like I need like a goat hair and this shit. It's just like nonsense, really. I don't really care for that kind of shit. Arcane focus just makes the most sense. Okay, then you can choose a scholar's pack or a dungeoneer's pack.
The ruling we do in my campaign is you only have to buy a material if it has a cost listed against it.
I think that's also the standard rule, isn't it? Like, only if there's a cost mentioned. So there'll be some spells, I think like Revivify, where you have to buy some kind of gem which costs like 500 gold pieces. So you actually have to go and buy that. Yeah, diamonds, yeah. So you have to go and get it. And the arcane focus is not going to help you there.
Yeah, okay.
Because once it's used, it's also destroyed. That's the other thing. When that item is used, it's consumed. So like the diamond is gone.
Right.
You're like, this guy's not worth a fucking diamond. He could stay dead.
Okay. And then I'll go with the Dungeoneer's pack.
Okay. Nice. So that gives you a whole bunch of... I love that it has 10 torches. Like, what the fuck are you going to keep 10 torches, man? Like, seriously. Like, there's a lot of stuff in there. You're just like...
In your Dungeoneer pack.
Yeah, exactly. 10 days of rations and a water skin. Like, amazing. Okay. Then you've got the leather armor. So you get leather armor and then any simple weapon and 2 daggers. So you get another simple weapon. 2 daggers and leather armor.
Believe you can wear that leather armor.
Yeah, wait, a warlock. Oh.
That's light.
Wait, what is he?
Doesn't raise jump.
Elf.
Yeah, so?
Why can he not wear... Warlock? He's a warlock, but it's a starting equipment for a warlock.
But you're not... Well, you can wear it, but it'll give you disadvantage on stuff because you're not proficient.
In leather armor. Is that light armor? What is he? He is
leather armor is a...
Otherwise, I wouldn't suggest it to have it as a warlock.
Oh, okay. I might be thinking of wizard then.
Yeah, I know that wizard, I was not proficient in anything.
Yeah, no, warlock is proficient in light armor and leather armor is light armor. So
there we go. My bad.
You would get that, and that would give you your AC would be 11 plus your dex modifier.
All right, so 12
would be your AC. So this is where we start calculating out our ACs and stuff, which is good because we have to know what you're gonna have. So those are all the things you have. As for your spells and stuff, I'm gonna let you look those up and decide.
Yeah, I went through spells already and did that.
Good.
So I've got 5 spells, 2 spell slots at the level 2 level, and then I've got 3 cantrips. So, did you want to know what those were right now?
No, you can just put it all on your sheet and send it to me. Like, it's fine. Okay. I trust your spells. I just want to know what they are when I'm looking at your sheet, but it's fine whatever you've chosen.
Okay.
Tan. Fighter is the next one up on my list, so I will just quickly go through. Are you ready for this?
I'm so ready.
Okay, amazing. Right, so you can choose, because you are proficient in all armors and all shields and shields.
But I can't fly with medium or heavy armor.
No. So you can choose between chainmail, which would be heavy, or leather armor, a longbow, and 20 arrows. So one of those two things, chainmail or leather armor with the bow and arrows.
Well, I mean, I'm going to take the bow and arrows, but what weight is the
leather armor's
armor?
Light.
Okay, so I can actually wear that. That's great. So leather armor. And then
so yes, the same as
an arrow.
Yes, the same as with Derek. The leather armor will give you an armor class of 11 plus your dexterity modifier.
Okay, there you go.
We're not counting arrows, are we?
No,
yeah, I was going to ask
we're
that
not
too.
going to get.
Thank God.
There's a couple of things. Again, I get more homebrew stuff that we're not going to worry about, unless it's absolutely ridiculous. Like I decide to carry a boulder. I don't care about weight. and I don't care about
I put
your
this folder in
arrows
my
disappearing,
inventory.
right?
Well,
'Cause
lucky for
they're
me
just-
who collects trinkets.
There's just two stupid things that we don't have to be sitting worrying about, because I think everyone can pretty much carry the weight that they need to carry. It's just if people start to get stupid and be like,
Agreed.
I am going to carry 17 axes, then I'm just going to be like, no.
How about precious paintings out of a haunted house?
No. I mean, you can carry one. Okay, then you can also choose between martial weapon and a shield, or 2 martial weapons. So martial weapons are stronger weapons. So you're going to have things like battle axe, a glaive, a great axe, a great sword, a long sword, a morning star, a pike. So basically, like cool weapons. What do you think your character would care more about? Would you have a shield and a weapon, or would you just have 2 weapons?
Shield doesn't make sense because then you cannot fly.
Can you not fly with a shield? Oh, does that count as heavy armor or something?
Where
You're
would you put
holding it, right?
I mean, you could keep it on your back, but
I've
it's
got
not going to be any
wings
good.
and an arm.
Oh, you've got wings and an arm.
Really?
You could.
If you look at the picture,
Oh.
it's 2 arms and wings.
Well, then you could have a shield if you wanted to.
I was reading about this actually. There was
so.
like a bit of a debate about it because the picture changed throughout the years, and it used to be like your arms were your wings.
Yeah,
But then
because
how do you do bow and arrow from the thing?
it's because there's 2 versions of your race.
The shields. This might be a thing that I've homebrewed in my campaign, and I've completely forgotten that it's a homebrew. Do shields not have a light and a heavy?
I don't think so, because if I remember correctly, it's just shields. I'll double check. Hold on a second. A shield is made from wood or metal and is carried in one hand. Wielding shield increases your AC by 2. And that's it.
Ah, okay. I've homebrewed that because I've got like heavy shields that have more AC.
Oh, nice. Well, maybe they could construct their own heavier shield that would have an increased AC, but would also have a weight disadvantage. But in this case, you are proficient with shields, so you can have a shield and a weapon if you want. Having a shield will increase your AC by 2.
It might be quite good to have a shield.
You
If
could be
anyone
like
shoots back at me, I could just be like, "Ha ha!"
You can be like a
Shield.
Valkyrie, you know, like flying up in the air with like a spear and a shield.
So is it just like is it just called shield?
Yeah,
Shield.
it's just
and then
shield.
the martial weapon. So there's martial ranged weapons too.
Yeah. It can be any martial weapon.
Ooh, a net could be I've already got a bow, and the other. What? How much damage does the bow do actually compared to this one?
Which type of bow?
Whichever one I got from my thing.
Oh, you got a longbow.
Bow
didn't
and
you?
arrows. Oh,
So
was it a longbow?
A longbow is 1d8.
Oh, which was already an option on this anyway.
Yeah.
So that's the. Hold on, 1d8 is the thing to
Yeah, for the damage. To roll.
damage.
Yeah.
1d8. Piercing. And then I guess a net might actually be pretty cool. Might be annoying to throw it down on people.
Where is that? Where are you seeing that?
Oh
yeah, there it is. I see it. Yeah. Yeah, I see it. Yeah, that is
that
a
way I've
martial
got a
range
ranged
weapon.
weapon.
Yeah.
I've got something that could hinder people.
Yeah.
And then I've got my shield as well.
Yeah.
I
And
guess I'll have to
then
recover that net if I throw it.
and then you also get to choose a light crossbow or 2 hand axes.
Oh my god, I just get so much.
Yeah, you do get a
How am
lot.
I
of stuff.
holding this all in my bag? A
It's-
light crossbow and what?
Or 2 hand axes. You
And
can
what
use
does a light crossbow do?
the light crossbow is a 1d6 piercing damage.
Oh, it feels like there's not much
Oh
point.
no,
having
sorry,
the
no,
light
that's a
one if
lie.
it's
That's a
long
lie. A light crossbow is a 1d8. But the advantage of a light crossbow is that it's one-handed. So if you have a shield and you can use it, you can't hold a shield and use a longbow because a longbow needs 2 hands to use. But
I'm guessing longbow has more range though, right?
the longbow will have more range and also does more damage. I think it's a 1d10. Let me just check.
Oh.
Oh no, that's
Oh,
also
no,
a
longbow is
1d8.
1d8.
Yeah, it's also,
but I do like the idea of being able
the
to
range
switch up.
the range is much more different. So if you look, the crossbow, the light crossbow range is between 80 feet and 320 feet. But the longbow's range is 150 feet to 600 feet, so much further out.
How do I say, what was the longbow again?
150 to 600.
600. Oh, so if they're 130 feet, I'm screwed.
Well, you just have disadvantage.
Yeah. Okay.
Or just fly closer.
I think I'll probably
Yeah.
get the light crossbow then. What does that do for? Is
It's
that the
1d8.
1d6?
1d8. So yeah, light crossbow is 1d8. But like I say, the advantage is you can keep your shield. So you keep the AC up.
Yeah, that sounds
You can
pretty
still
cool.
fly, have an increased AC, and wield a weapon at the same time that you can fire from a distance. It's the best solution.
Yeah, that's cool.
A choice to make at the beginning of a fight as well. Is this
Yeah.
going to be a longbow fight or a crossbow fight?
Yeah. Because then you can always like chuck your shield on your back and then be like, oh, wield my longbow.
Yeah.
Because I'm going to fly really high up and attack this dragon from a distance.
Go really far.
Switching a weapon, do we see that as an action?
Yes.
It's a free action in D&D to put a weapon away and a free action to take a weapon out. But you can't do both in the same turn.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you cannot do both in the same turn.
Yeah. So at the end of your turn, you can be like, I put away my crossbow, and then at the start of your next turn, I take out my longbow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or you can do the whole thing, as I do it, the whole thing is one action, but then you don't get anything else to do. So why would you? You'd rather use the weapon you have than put it away, and in the next turn, take out the current weapon you want to use and go for it. But there may be a reason why you want to put away the weapon, and yeah, maybe you're like, I take away my weapon and I pull out my shield, and that would be fine.
Can you tell I've had this exact discussion with my players?
Yeah, but also like we had it that it's allowed to drop it and then get your other weapon, but then it's on the ground. Which for an Arakocra, if she's flying,
no
like,
good.
I wouldn't drop it.
Yeah.
So that's why I asked.
If I had a player doing that and it wasn't a magical weapon, I'd break the weapon.
Really?
If they just drop it on the floor.
Yeah.
If they were at 60 feet in the air.
Oh,
yeah.
Like
yeah.
that.
No, I'm talking like if you're standing on the ground and you're just like, I'm just going to drop this and pull out something else.
Then it's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tan, you then get to choose between the Dungeoneers pack or the Explorers pack.
Remind me what's in there.
God. The Dungeoneers pack is... Oh, God. Hold on a second. Okay. Dungeoneers pack is a backpack, a crowbar, a hammer, 10 pythons. I don't know what a python is. 10 torches, a tinderbox, 10 days of rations, a water skin, and also 50 feet of rope. And then the Explorers pack is a backpack, a bedroll, a mess kit, a tinderbox, 10 torches, 10 days of rations, a water skin, and 50 feet of rope. So I think the real difference that you get in there is a crowbar and a hammer in your Dungeoneers pack versus a bedroll and something to make food with.
Let's go with the Explorers pack.
Okay. I don't know.
Maybe.
I know, I always feel like I'm making the wrong decision.
I don't think it matters.
no wrong
You're doing really well.
Very different.
Everybody shares all their shit anyway. It's fine.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've done the Warlock and we've done the Fighter. Tan, all the other things about you can look at, but I think you're generally okay with Fighter. I don't think there's anything else that we have to worry about. I mean, you have your own special things like Action Surge at level 2, your archetype that you get to choose, which I think, did you choose Champion? Is that the one you chose?
But that comes at level 10 though, right?
That's level 3.
Oh, wait, what happens at level 10 then?
Level 10 is when you get, if you choose Champion, then at level 10,
then you get more stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I was going to choose Champion.
Okay, awesome. All right, so I'll leave you to look at that. That's fine. We'll move to Kesa, the rogue.
Hi.
Okay, roguey rogue. You get proficiency in light armor and...
Where do I put this stuff?
Huh?
Where do I fill this stuff in?
Right now, we'll just worry about... So I'm just going to tell you what you can choose from. So you can choose from either a rapier or a short sword. Now, in terms of damage difference between the two of those, let me just check. The short sword, I think, is less, isn't it? The rapier is more. The rapier is 1d8, and the short sword is 1d6.
So the rapier would probably be better?
Yeah. I mean,
Okay, I'll go
it's
with
the same. They're
rapier.
both one-handed.
Right.
So it doesn't really matter. Then
Is
you
there an
get
option to have two?
well, so you can
Yes.
you can attack, you can dual wield. Like
Yeah.
that is
So
a yeah.
this is complicated. You can have an offhand weapon. There are feats to make it better, but if you don't have anything that makes it better, it's just a straight roll of
Mm.
a d20 and its damage. There's no pluses or anything.
Gotcha.
So it's
Okay.
really not worth it.
And it's your
Right.
bonus action as well. So your cunning action, you don't get to use it.
So
Okay.
then you should have gone swashbuckler, for example, if you wanted to go with two weapons.
Ah, okay.
So then your next choice is between a short bow or a short sword. So you've already picked a rapier, so you could now pick a bow or a short sword.
I think I'll go with the bow.
Yeah, now remember the short bow is not the same as a crossbow, so it is two-handed, but it's
Okay.
1d6 piercing damage.
Bless you.
Okay.
Oh, Tan, I was wrong. That crossbow, the one that you get, is two-handed, so you can't actually use that and have a shield at the same time.
So it's not a hand crossbow.
No.
You muted Tans.
He's muted. You're muted.
The hand crossbow does 1d6 damage, I think, so it's a bit different.
Yeah. Yeah, it's 1d6. But like I say, so which one did you choose? Was it the hand crossbow or just the light crossbow? I can't remember.
Oh, did I choose anything though? Wait, I got the light crossbow not from the martial weapon though.
From the
list.
simple range weapon.
That was just I got a light crossbow after that for some reason. I can't remember why.
Was it something that you got to choose? Hold on, fighter.
Yeah. Wait. Oh wait, was it? Yeah, because I got the shield before that. I don't think I ever even chose my.
Oh yeah, you
no,
get
the martial
yeah.
thing. I took the net.
Yeah,
and
so
then
you
I
get the
got
light
the
crossbow
light
automatically.
crossbow.
Right, so the thing, or two hand axes. So just
Oh, right,
because
yeah,
I
yeah.
thought
I
that,
still want the crossbow, I think.
yeah, I thought that was the hand light crossbow, but it's not. It's just a light crossbow, so
Okay,
it's two-handed. So you can't use that with your shield. So you'll have to put your shield on your back, store it, like, put it somewhere, and then pull out your crossbow if you want to use it.
Yeah.
You need two hands. Okay, sorry, back to the rogue. So then you want the short bow, is that right, Kesa?
Yeah.
All right. Then you get to choose between a burglar's pack, a dungeoneer's pack, or an explorer's pack. Now we've said what's in the dungeoneers and the explorers. The burglar's pack will have a backpack, a bag of 1,000 ball bearings, which are awesome, 10 feet of string, a bell, 5 candles, a crowbar, a hammer, a hooded lantern, 10 flasks of oil, and 5 days of ration, and the rope as well. Personally, I love the burglar's pack. I love those ball bearings. I like to see what people do with those ball bearings. Set a trap at, like, when you open a door so that they all slide on the ball bearings and fall over, and it's fun.
I don't know.
I would say go with the burglar's pack. Just write it down and
Okay.
I'll tell you what's in there later.
Okay.
And so the other thing you get is leather armor, 2 daggers, and thieves' tools. So your AC is going to be 11 plus your dexterity modifier, which is quite high, isn't it? Isn't it plus 5?
Yeah, dexterity is +5.
So your armor, your AC is 16, which is fucking insane. That's so good for a halfling.
Too small but mighty.
Yeah,
Don't come at me, bro.
literally. And then we've got other
Takes
things
the
like
salvation.
we've got other things like your sneak attack and stuff that we can talk about later. And that's not what you think, but that's basically like on your turn, you get to deal extra d6 if you have an advantage on the attack roll.
Okay.
And if you're using a finesse or ranged weapon, all your weapons are finesse or range, so you don't have to worry. And then as you increase your level, that also increases the number of d6s you roll, also increases, which is pretty fucking cool.
Mint.
So I think at level 4 you get 2d6.
Okay.
So if you manage to do a sneak attack on a character and it's a successful attack, you get whatever you get with your short bow for example, if it's from a distance, or your rapier from up close, then you also get to roll additional 2d6 and do that damage too. So, and then as you go up into higher levels, sick, 3d6, 4d6, 5d6, all the way up to, I think the highest is 10d6, which you get at level 19. So you're literally just fucking killing. You can one-shot enemies, which is really nice. Which is really funny because you can go in with like a rapier and one-shot an enemy, which is weird to think about. but it's totally possible. It's a sneak attack, so you got them straight through the heart. Who knows? They didn't see it coming.
My recommendation as someone who played a rogue first, that was my first character, buy a bag of D6s.
Yeah,
Okay.
you're gonna need it.
Because if you crit, you have to roll even more.
Yeah, that's also true. Yeah, you get to roll all of those again. Double.
Nice.
Okay, so that's the rogue sorted out. Let's talk about the barbarian.
Mo, I gotta go.
That's cool, Kesa. We've finished your
Cool.
character, so you're good.
Hell yeah.
Have a good
Just give me
day.
homework on what else I need to work on.
Yeah, I'll tell you.
Okay. Bye,
Okay,
guys.
bye.
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 Right, Shasta.
Good riddance.
Let's talk snack about it.
Let's talk shit about it.
Yes, Mo.
Right, so you get to choose between a great axe or any martial melee weapon.
I don't know what a martial melee weapon
Okay,
is.
so a martial melee weapon. So just to put it in perspective, your great axe, if you got it for free, is a D12 for damage.
Okay.
Your other options, nothing is going to give you more than that.
Oh, thank you, Dirk.
Because there is a battle axe, there's a great sword, there's all these other things, but none of them are a D12.
Yeah, I want the axe.
Yeah, I thought you might do. Okay, so that's fine. Then you get to choose between 2 hand axes or any simple weapon. Personally, I love the idea of a barbarian with a hand axe. Because I like the idea, because you get an additional attacks in later levels. I like the idea that with your axe you like embed it into someone's skull, and then you pick up a hand axe and you throw it at a guy to your left. Like, I just love that kind of shit. Like, I'm just like, smash that, take it out from my belt and throw it across the room at that motherfucker there. And I just like that kind of stuff. Like, I think it's really cool.
This might be a dumb question. Oh, is it silver versus gold? GP versus SP?
Silver and gold, yeah.
Okay.
I assume the axes will have rhinestone all along the handle.
I have my bedazzler in my bag. I like the hand axe. I think that's a great idea.
Okay, so you can have the 2 hand axes. And then finally, you get an explorer's pack anyway, but also 4 javelins.
4 javelins.
Which you can throw.
Yeah, which you can throw or use as a 2-handed weapon for more damage. So you can use them
Am I
at someone.
listing all these under equipment here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so great axe was the first one, right?
Yes, it's a great axe. It does a 1d12 slashing damage.
Okay, I'll fix spelling later. And then 2 hand axes.
Yeah, so a hand axe does 1d6 slashing damage.
And then you said 4 javelins?
Yeah, and a javelin does 1d6 piercing damage.
Will you?
I'll help you fill it in later.
Cool beans.
Yeah.
He's a good one, guys. He's a good one.
Also, don't forget that you get stuff from your background as well. Equipment.
Yes. Whatever it was in your when you selected your background, there would have been stuff there.
What did you have?
I
Outlander?
had it full. Yeah.
Their equipment.
So a staff, a hunting trap, a trophy from an animal you killed, a set of traveler's clothes, and a pouch containing 10 gold.
Oh, dang.
And you get a language of your choice from that as well.
Mm-hmm.
And proficiency with a musical instrument. Don't forget that as well from your background.
So do I carry an instrument? Or am I just proficient with one?
You're proficient with
You
one.
are proficient with one, yeah.
Mm.
Okay.
So if you walk into a bar and there's like a instrument
Lute
on the stage. Yeah.
Electric guitar.
I mean, it won't
Maybe.
be electric guitar. But yeah, if you are proficient, if you happen to be proficient in that instance, you have to tell me which one you're proficient with, because should the need arise, because don't you have high charisma too?
14.
She has high everything.
Yeah.
I have low intelligence.
So if you have high charisma, you can do a performance to, maybe distract people at the bar, so somebody could steal, so the rogue could go and steal something from somebody's pocket. Like those kind of things are like quite cool. Work together as a team, and you can like do, and then the rogue will have advantage on stealing because everyone's distracted by the amazing performance you're doing. So you could end up being a bard, but not really. Maybe you're multi-class into a bard.
Yeah, you can multi-class into a bard.
This is something that we'll be able to do at level 5, which we haven't done yet, is multi-class. So you can start off as a barbarian, but multi-class into something completely different.
That's so cool.
So you can be a barbarian bard.
My instrument.
Yeah, my body is my instrument. Well, you could say that the voice, you could say that singing is your instrument. That's completely valid.
If you want to do an electric guitar, you need the cantrip Shocking Grasp.
That's amazing.
I like it.
How I homebrewed it into my campaign.
Maybe.
That's awesome.
Okay, so then we've got, so that's it. And you just have to read up on your other stuff, the things that you get, like danger sense, and we've already done your ability score improvement and your extra attack, which you don't get till level 5, but you do, which is sick, which means you can attack twice on your turn, which is so good.
Heck yeah.
And fast movement, so your speed increases by 10 feet when you aren't wearing heavy armor. But actually, what is your armor? You don't have any armor.
Armor.
So what is your AC?
10 plus dex. Wait, no.
No.
Unarmored defense. Oh yeah, 10 plus dex. You're absolutely right. And constitution.
Huh?
It's so the number 10 plus whatever's your dexterity modifier. What's that?
1.
Yeah, 1.
Plus your constitution modifier, which is
4.
4. So 15 is your AC.
Oh, okay.
Jeez.
Tank.
And you can still have a shield and get another 2 on top of that. So if you go to a shop and buy a shield, you're still not armored, but you still you get 2 plus 2 on your AC, so you can turn that 15 to a 17.
Great.
Does she have a yeah, exactly.
Oh, you can't two-handed weapon. Yeah, no good. Unless you unless you just run around with one hand axe and a shield.
I mean, don't get hit.
Sure.
Kill them before they can hit you.
Yeah, that's the
Then
other
you don't
thing.
need a shield.
Yeah.
Don't get hit.
Don't get hit.
Turn-based combat, though, man, it's hard. What I saw that. Was it you, Keita? Did you send me a meme, which was like, work emails are turn-based combat?
No, it wasn't me.
I found that amazing. I loved it. Okay, so what's next? Who we got? But we're done. That's everybody.
Have we inadvertently left Tans with no way of using the shield and a crossbow?
Well, I think Tan can choose another weapon if she wants.
Let's just say what I would find very interesting, because an Aarakocra can fly, he has claws for its feet. I would say, homebrew-wise, Aarakocra can hold a shield with its feet and still use a bow and arrow.
I like this.
I actually don't mind that at all, because you can do attacks with those talons. You could definitely hold shields with those talons. So that would be it then. You wouldn't be able to do the talon attack if you're holding your shield with your talons.
What about shoot with the longbow with my arms and then shoot the crossbow with my feet?
No, I won't allow that. But so if you did decide to do this, you would have to let us know beforehand, obviously when you're taking off, right? But I mean,
depending, I'll always be in the air.
Depending on how you do things, it could be so cool. You could be like, I take my shield off, I slide it across the floor, jump onto it, grabbing it with my talons, and fly into the air. sick shit like that.
Shield
I love
surfing.
it. Yeah. Maybe you like surf down a mountain, a snow mountain on that shield,
Sounds a lot like
surfing,
Zelda.
and then just exactly. But then you take off
Yeah.
and fly into
And I
the air
find a
with your
Koroko
crossbow.
steed.
Yeah.
Can we attach things to the shield for different effects?
Like if there's spikes where I could like drag it across someone's face as I'm like soaring up into the air.
You know,
right?
there's nothing in D&D that says you can't smash someone in the face with your shield.
That's true.
Nothing
How
says
much
that.
bludgeoning damage does
Yeah.
the shield do?
I mean, we'll work it out depending on the shield, right?
1.
If it's a wooden shield, it'll be less.
1d4.
We'll work it out. Well, your fists are a D4, aren't they?
They're like no, a D6. no?
Strength. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Although it's plus my
yeah.
strength modifier, which is -1.
Yeah, exactly. But but the base is D4 plus your strength, right? If it's just your fists. So if it was a wooden shield, I would say it's at least a D6. Hey, Rach. Okay. So we're happy with that. I like that. I like Kita's homebrew plan for this
that's pretty cool.
shield
I totally
business.
see it happen. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. And so you still get your AC and you get to use your two-handed weapon. Nice. Is there anything else we have to cover?
Question.
Yes,
for
ask
Kim,
me.
because she was planning on keeping her character
Oh, okay.
from our last.
Oh,
thing.
yeah, that was a
So
good character.
Is she going to need to go through all of this as in depth, or
No.
can she pretty much just kind of copy over? What
You can just hand a copy, make sure it's level 4, and just give it me. Because
cool.
everything
Alright.
she's done is all in Player's Handbook, so she can even how she has it on D&D Beyond will be fine. You can actually just save it as a PDF, and then just use
Okay.
it from there.
Perfect.
So Kim doesn't need to do anything. Or she might, unless she wants to change some of her backstory and stuff, that's totally fine. But
All right, I'll let her know.
and if you're a Goliath, given her current backstory, it may be that the two of you know each other. So you might want to work that out between you.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
Kim.
I
Oh
thought
my
you might
god,
like
what
that.
if she married my brother? Oh my god!
Yeah, that's true.
I'm
Who's now dead?
I need a notebook. I gotta go. I have
She's on
homework.
one now. She's lost. We've lost her.
So, what was Kim?
Kim was.
She was a monk.
Yeah, she was a monk, wasn't she?
Yeah.
And Ziff is possibly going to be a bard.
Possibly, yeah.
Do we know anyone else missing and what they might be?
And that's everyone covered.
That's everyone.
Yeah, I
No
love that you
healer.
guys have no
Yes.
healers.
I'm wondering if maybe I go druid, but then I don't know if that's wise given that it's on Saturdays and I'm not always going to be around to heal everyone.
I mean, if Ziv is a bard, you can make the bard a healer.
Just
The
about.
Zip isn't turning up for a while though.
Yeah.
Stay alive.
But
Don't take risks.
maybe we just learn to not take damage. Just don't get hit.
Yeah. I mean,
It's that simple.
you're up in the air, and
We can
the
smile
case is a
more.
rogue, you know, just buy lots of healing potions. That's all you need. Tons and tons of healing potions.
With all the money you have.
Yeah.
Doesn't
We'll
take
make
ages
our
to
own.
make a healing potion as well, even if you have a kit for it.
You can. It just takes time to make a healing potion.
Didn't my druid have one? I remember it was like I spent 8
Yeah.
hours making a healing
Yeah.
potion.
That's a line.
Alignment,
Okay,
yeah.
thank you.
It's true. You'll need a space, the correct know-how. I mean, your character will probably not have the know-how, Tan, to do
No,
that.
no.
You probably have to be a healer to begin with to be able to make a healing potion, or have knowledge of medicine.
You need
And-
proficiency in herb stuff.
Yeah, which I don't think any of you guys do.
No.
No one chose medicine.
Good luck staying alive, guys.
I'll just fly away when the going gets tough, you know?
Yeah, that's
Be
true.
like, bye.
The going gets tough and the
with my
week get
shield
going.
in my talons.
Am I
Brilliant.
supposed to have something for speed at the moment?
Your standard speed as a Goliath is
500.
Well, I think it does change a little bit. Your Goliath speed, I think it's the standard 30, but yeah, it is 30.
Okay.
And your
you.
size is medium, if that matters to you. But if
When
you
he
are,
said "but," the cat butt walked into.
but yeah, but if you are carrying something and trying to work out how much you can push or lift or bench, you are considered large.
Where would to fill this in somewhere?
No, just make a note of it somewhere, anywhere, notes or something. It's just whatever yeah. You also have resistance to cold damage as well because you're a Goliath. So you might want to write that down as well. And you have Stone's Endurance.
What is that?
You can supernaturally draw on unyielding stone to shrug off harm. When you take damage, you can use your reaction to roll a d12. Add your constitution modifier to the number rolled and reduce the damage by that total. You can use this the number of times equal to your proficiency bonus, so 2 times. And you regain all expended usages when you finish a long rest. So this is perfect for you. In a battle, if you get hit, you can roll a d12, add your constitution modifier, and reduce the damage by that amount.
Ooh.
And you can do that 2 times before you have to long rest again. Then you get to use it again. But when you get to level 5, you get to use it 3 times.
I'm almost to level 5, Mo.
I know.
That is crazy.
I still haven't decided if I am leveling you guys up on XP or leveling you guys up on milestones.
I'd say milestones.
What would classify as a milestone?
That's what I'm debating.
I guess
just events that are happening. Yeah.
I'll just make it up as we go along. I'll decide in the moment. I'll be like, this is a milestone. You guys are all level 5 now. I don't really like the XP way of leveling up because I feel
it's
like
way too complicated.
It's not just complicated. It also, you never level up. You literally play for a year and you level up 1 time. Because it's like by the time you get to level 5, you need so many thousands of XP to get to the next level. It's just not even worth it.
No, especially if you only role play.
Yeah, it's only based on combat. And my group are more of a role play group. They do what they can to avoid combat.
Yeah, I like a role play group.
Playing how you want to continue playing like every Saturday, none of us would really level up at the same time as each other anymore.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Yeah, but in milestones we all will, so it's fine. Even the people who aren't there will still level everybody up together.
Yeah,
do you know why?
Do
you know why? Because I'm a DM and I can do that.
So when they're
combat easy.
When there's leveling up, we will let everyone know in the Discords, like, hey, if you weren't here, we're level 6 now.
Level up
Be
your
ready.
character.
Yeah, exactly.
Would it be amazing if you didn't play for ages and the next time you came back, you'd gone from like level 4 to like level 20? You're just like, I'm so powerful now.
That's a long
Didn't
time.
have to do anything.
Level 20 is like end game, like you finished.
Who's this?
I appear to be a demigod now. How did that happen?
Brilliant. Are there any other questions before we leave off? Yeah, go on.
Sorry, I was just gonna ask it. Do you guys know of a good resource to read up about Goliath?
There's not really much. I will give you a little bit of Goliath here. There's not really much to know. This tells you all those things I just told you.
Right, okay.
The main things you need to know are your class. So for you, Barbarian. So read up on Barbarian. Learn all of the things Barbarian gives you. Note them down on your character sheet. Same with everybody else. Tan, for you, Fighter. Note all that shit down on your sheet. Warlock, Dirk. And yeah, just note all of that stuff down, all the things you get at your different levels. We're at level 4, so only care about what you get up to at level 4. Don't worry about the rest of the stuff. And that's it.
Yeah, cool. Still do the ideals, the bonds, the flaws.
Yeah, we definitely want all of that. And then if you save these PDFs and send them to me, then I can see what everybody is, and that will be good for me.
Sounds good.
Cool.
Epical. If there's nothing else, guys, we can end. Are we
I
happy?
think I'm gonna maybe weigh up switching to a healery
Yeah.
thing just for when I am around, and don't die when I'm not around.
Oh,
Yeah. That's totally.
have faith.
I think only do it if you actually want to play the healer, though.
Yeah.
Hmm.
The thing is that play what you want to play. It doesn't matter. Right?
We can always make a new character.
Yeah. We'll work it
That's-
out.
And we can, we were already talking about playing around with NPCs, maybe?
Yeah. So you might run into somebody who can help you out. So don't worry too much.
We're not here to kill you. We're
No.
like to make a story.
Yeah, I think you'll find that in this world, it's going to be more about talking and role playing and exploring and that sort of thing. There'll be combat, but it's not the focus. You know, the focus is really like the relationships and evolving your characters and all that kind of stuff.
It kind of depends on what they're gonna do, though.
Yeah,
it
yeah.
can be only.
Yeah, it could be the other way around, and it's just fighting all the way to the end, your end. But we'll see how that goes. Cool. Well, thanks, guys. So we will be back again at the same time next week to begin our session 1. CG, will you be here?
I see no reason why not.
Woohoo! Amazing.
When next week?
Yeah, next
Tuesday. Let me just
Saturday, same time.
Oh yeah, I
same
can do
time.
that.
Very good.
Yeah, I guess meeting around same time just to
Yes.
set up, see if everything is working, and then going live at 8 your time.
8 my time. So half an hour before the go live, we'll all get together on Discord, make sure everything works, blah blah blah, and then boom.
Any questions? Yeah, exactly.
Happy?
I'm excited.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
All
I'm
right,
very
peace
excited.
out.
Cool. All right, guys. Well, thank you very much. I'm going to end the stream now, and I will chat to you all.
Amazing. Thanks,
Okay.
Mo.
Thank you.
Bye,
Thanks,
YouTube.
everyone.